set, ready. We know all the characters.
This is gonna fucking work. This is gonna work.
Hey, everybody.
Turn off my phone.
There goes spare script.
Extra one.
What's up, guys? So welcome to what is one of my personal favorite moments of this stream. We're reading The Phantom Menace. Why? Because it's my birthday.
Is it?
And this was an important childhood.
Is this your favorite Star Wars film?
No, it's not, but it's like, you know, it came at a
Ryan's
time in my
favorite Star Wars
childhood.
film.
Yep. He's in deep
Ryan's
denial, but
How many times
For
have you
his
seen it in
birthday.
theaters?
Yeah.
I think.
There were some birthday parties too, maybe?
yeah, I think I probably saw it 3 or 4 times in theaters.
9 times.
9, wow.
Oh,
My
my
roommate
God.
actually,
That's
she
a lot.
tried to beat her mom's original Star Wars record. So her mom, when the first Star Wars was released, she went in 1977. She saw it like, I want to say 9 times, and so my roommate lived in this tiny town in Utah, and she saw Phantom Menace 11 times.
Oh my God.
That's too many times.
That's
like
yeah.
10 too many times.
Yep.
What was left
Yep,
of her
yep.
after that?
She's a shell of a person to this day.
It's working! That was a Phantom Menace joke for those
If
people.
you don't know what that is, stay tuned. It's gonna happen.
Yes.
It's gonna happen right now.
Yes, guys, so to give you all an update on what's happening, of course, oh my God, we're almost to our next prize pack. Woo! Every $500 we raise today, we'll be spinning the wheel and giving away some awesome stuff here. Comic books, Corsair gear, Valiant RPGs. Oh my gosh, we have the special Death from Above branded dice box if you're a fan of Death from Above.
Wow. that's
Premier
really
RPG
fancy.
shows.
Uncharted video
We got
games.
Uncharted up there, the
Wonder
collection.
Woman.
We got the
I
Wonder
like
Woman
that
Funko
Wonder
Pop.
Woman pop. She's so cute.
Desk, table, that's cool, man.
And
I love
if you want to
Hey.
mess with this script reading, you can tip $25 to have
not a
one
lot.
person of your choice use the voice/direction of your choosing. So give us the voice you want us to use, and we'll do our best. And we may not know the person who you tell us to play, but gosh darn
But
it.
we'll try. We will
Also-
try so hard.
What's that?
Let's just try not to be racist
That's
because
no-
the Phantom Menace does it
Taking
already.
taking it out of the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
We can make the Phantom Menace better.
We actually can. I think that
that's
this is
the plan.
like a really great opportunity for us to improve.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this could be like the director's cut. Like this could be the definitive version.
What could have happened, folks? What could have happened?
Oh my gosh, if Jar Jar Binks was like, I don't know anything else, I'm excited to see what that could be like.
I gave it to you for a reason.
Yeah, I'm Jar Jar.
All right.
What are you gonna do
All right.
with this character, Hector?
I'm gonna play it just like the coolest guy ever.
Cool Jar Jar.
Sexy
Sexy
Jar
Jar
Jar.
Jar.
Sexy Jar Jar.
We talked about this
up
at
there.
Pencils and Parts like
Yeah,
That will really change the scene when Qui-Gon grabs his tongue.
Yeah, you'll be like,
Or does it?
I think that now is a good time to say if you actually do see the hashtag sexy Jar Jar, you might see if.
what?
I'm sorry.
Ma, do you have your
So,
related?
2 years ago at Comic Con, we did draw a character out of the hat, have to cosplay with under $100, and I got Jar Jar Binks. So I made a sexy Jar Jar.
Everyone look up Sexy Jar Jar.
No, it was bad. I used
Find it.
I used like sun visors, and I put 2 together, and
my
that was
God,
like
that
my
is amazing.
beak.
Please,
That
please
says
post
everything.
it with
it's
hashtag
bad.
hyperdrive
Yeah.
and tag Allison in it. And
Find it.
yeah.
Find
So-
Mod's cosplay.
My eyes are dead. You
Tweeted
can
at
just
all
see
of
like the
us.
tiniest bit of slit of eye, and it's just dead inside.
If you guys need, I know you guys can pick whatever voices you want, and we'll have to do them. But if anybody feels like being nice, I tweeted out a bunch of voices I like to do.
What?
Earlier today.
You know they're gonna do the opposite of that.
Oh yeah, I forgot Randy Newman.
Somebody's put it up
Is
there.
Angry Bird a voice?
No.
You know, it's just an angry bird.
Oh dear.
All right, guys. So $25 to give us a different voice, and $50 if you want to save someone like Hector from his role as Jar Jar. $50 you
somebody
choose
find it already?
for 2 people. Oh God,
switch
to
it.
change roles.
Found. Yeah.
That was so quick.
That was really fast.
Oh dear.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, they found it.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
Amazing.
Chat is really good at the internet.
The internet never
Yeah.
forgets.
That is really good at stalking. That's
Yeah.
so cool that you did that. That's so awesome.
You know what? I wonder if it would have done it if you hadn't said anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's.
I'm kind of like really proud of it, but like also really, really ashamed.
But if you didn't say anything and we ever found out,
Yeah,
I'd been like,
I
then it would have been
Sexy
like,
Jar Jar. Hashtag.
Talk about being in a rock and a
Oh, it
hard
could be
place.
accents as well, can't it? It doesn't have to be
Oh, yeah.
accents.
That's right. It could be an accent.
Oh my.
Like you could give Maud Australian accent and she would nail it.
I'm actually not
Can you do
Australian.
pretty good Australian?
No, I'm from the Midwest, right?
Oh.
And and I'm just putting this on because apparently there are so many blondes in this country, so I had to have a point of difference.
Stand out.
That's pretty
So
good.
I went
That's pretty
Australian.
good.
That's a pretty good Australian accent. I like it. Yeah, it's good.
Took me ages to learn it.
All right, guys. So that's the deal. I'm gonna be the narrator. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be starting this off. 25 for an accent, 50 to make someone change a role with another person. Let's do this. Let's make the best Phantom Menace ever. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a vast sea of stars serves as the backdrop for the main title, followed by a roll-up which crawls into infinity.
You're not reading. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't need to read
Off
that
to a
part.
good start, everyone.
Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. Fascinating. Hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade of deadly battleships, the greedy Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo. While the Congress of the Republic endlessly debates this alarming chain of events, the Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, to settle the conflict.
And instantly, no one cares.
In the cockpit of the cruiser, the captain and pilot maneuver close to one of the battleships. Qui-Gon.
That's you.
Who's our Qui-Gon?
You're Qui-Gon.
He's Qui-Gon.
Hey, off to a great start.
It's not me.
You're not Qui-Gon? I'm Qui-Gon!
Oh!
Shit.
Boom.
Qui-Gon.
Captain.
The captain turns to an unseen figure sitting behind her.
Generic?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Tell them we wish to board at once.
You got it. Yes, sir.
The captain looks to her view screen, where Newt Gunray, a Nemoidian trade viceroy, waits for a reply. Captain.
Oh, with all due respect, Mr. Trade Federation, sir, the ambassadors of the Supreme Chancellor wish to board immediately.
Yes, of course. As you know, our blockade is perfectly legal, and we'd be happy to receive the ambassador. Happy to.
Wow, that was so not racist at all.
I know.
Good
It's already
job.
better. It's already
That
better.
was easy to do.
Already better.
That's amazing.
The screen goes black. Out the cockpit window, the sinister battleship looms even closer. The small space cruiser docks in an enormous main bay of the Federation battleship. A protocol droid TC-14 waits at the door to the docking bay. 2 worker droids PK-4 and EG-9 watch.
They must be important, and the Viceroy sent them. Those useless protocol gearheads to greet them.
The doors open and the Republic cruiser can be seen in the docking bay. 2 darkly robed figures are greeted by TC-14.
I am TC-14 at your service. This way, please.
They move off down the hallway.
Republic cruiser. That's trouble, don't you think? I'm
do-
not made to think. I'm a droid, duh.
A door slides open and the 2 cloaked shapes are led into the formal conference room by TC-14. Oh, God.
Hashtag Bird Emma Frost.
What?
For everything now? Is it just definitively? Is it
We'll say for the droids.
for the droids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
This is a
current
droid.
voice.
I hope you're on, sir. It's most comfortable seats right here. Master will be with you shortly.
The droid bows before Obi-Wan
I thought
Kenobi.
Emma Frost was like normal.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
The droid bows before Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn. He backs out the door and it closes. The Jedi lower their hoods and look out a large window at the lush green planet of Naboo. Qui-Gon, 60 years old, has long white hair and a ponytail. Wait, I don't remember that. He is tall and striking. He is tall and striking with blue eyes. That's true. Obi-Wan is 25 with very, oh no.
Warning. Hector voicing Jar Jar Zerg.
Okay.
Nice. That's sweet.
Okay.
Many pages before we get to that. Okay,
That's a
great.
good ad. That's a
Jar
good
Jar doesn't
ad.
show up for a while, but we're ready.
My character in the Star Wars RPG show that we do here.
Yep, tune in 9 p.m. Friday nights, Pencils and Parsecs here at Hyper RPG. All right, he is tall and striking with blue eyes. Obi-Wan is 25 with very short brown hair, pale skin, and blue eyes. Several exotic bird-like creatures sing in a cage near the door.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Drink.
That's fair. You're playing along at home.
I don't sense anything.
It's not about the mission, Master. It's something elsewhere, elusive.
Don't center on your anxiety, Obi-Wan. Keep your concentration here and now where it belongs.
That's Liam Neeson.
I'm trying so hard. Taken.
Master Yoda says I should be mindful of the future.
But not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the living force, my young Padawan.
Yes, Master. How do you think the Trade Viceroy will deal with the Chancellor's demands?
These Trade Federation types are cowards. The negotiations will be short.
Newt Gunray and Daltre Dauphine stand stunned before TC-14.
What? What did you say?
The ambassadors are Jedi Knights, I believe.
Warning. Hashtag Rary keep narrating, but in the voice of Tommy Wiseau.
I'm gonna make an amendment to that. I will continue narrating in a normal voice so that the show works.
Yeah.
But when I get to my first character, I will be Tommy Wiseau. He sounds like, what's he sound like?
Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, got it. That will be our Anakin. You got it.
Who's Daltre No Fine?
No one knows.
Fine.
Generic!
Dauphine.
Generic.
Generic, you're up. Yes.
I knew it! They were sent to force a settlement, huh? Blind me. We're done for! I don't know what's happening.
Blimey.
A hologram of Newt, surrounded by battle droids, appears in the conference room hallway.
They must be dead by now. Blast. What's left of them?
The hologram fades off as a battle droid, OW01, cautiously opens the door. A deadly green cloud billows from the room. Battle droids cock their weapons as a figure stumbles out of the smoke. It's TC-14, carrying the tray of drinks.
Oh, excuse me.
I thought
Excuse me, so sorry.
I forgot.
The protocol droid passes the armed camp just as the flashing laser swords fly out of the deadly fog, cutting down several battle droids before they can fire.
I brought lightsabers, but they're in the other room, but they've got great sound effects.
Lightsaber stat! We need them!
I have them.
I brought lightsabers, but they're in
Intern says.
The bridge is a cacophony of alarms. Newt and Rune watch OW01.
Warning. Hector voices Obi-Wan as Waylon Smithers.
Great.
Wow.
Great.
Oh boy.
That's very appropriate.
Yes, watch OW01 on the view screen.
They had to pick all droids.
Not sure exactly what's.
This is great.
Suddenly.
Oh, no, that's you. You can't see it, but.
There was some more.
OW01 is suddenly out.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, OW1 is suddenly something in mid-sentence. Rune gives Newt a worried look.
What in blazes is going on down there?
I will be Rune, and I have you ever encountered a Jedi Knight before, sir?
Not exactly.
Warning. Newt Gunray as Donald Trump. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, not exactly, but I don't seal off the bridge.
That won't be enough, sir.
The doors to the bridge slam shut.
I want to destroy droids up here at once.
We're not gonna survive this.
Qui-Gon cuts several battle droids in half, creating a shower of sparks and metal parts. Obi-Wan raises his hand, sending several battle droids crashing into the wall. Qui-Gon makes his way to the bridge door and begins to cut through it. The crew is very nervous as sparks start flying around the bridge door. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are on the view screen.
Close the blast doors.
The huge, very thick blast door slams shut, followed by a second door, then a third. There is a hissing sound as the huge door seals shut. Qui-Gon tabs the door with his sword. The screen goes black as a red spot appears in the center of the blast door.
They're still coming through!
On the door, chunks of molten metal begin to drop away.
Impossible. This is impossible.
Where are those destroyers?
This is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to have Donald Trump freaking out that Jedis are going to come in there. It's kind of nice. It's good.
10
Nice.
ugly destroyer wheel droids roll down the hallway at full speed. Just before they get to the bridge area, they stop and transform into their battle configuration. Qui-Gon can't see them, but senses their presence.
Destroy your droids.
Offhand, I'd say this mission is past the negotiation stage, sir.
The wheel droids led by P-59 rush the entry area from 3 hallways, blasting away with their laser guns. They stop firing and stand in a semicircle as the smoke clears. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are nowhere to be seen.
Switch to bio. There they are.
The Jedi materialize. Oh god.
Warning. Queen Amidala is Macho Man Randy Savage.
Great.
All right, note that.
Nice. Appropriate headband. Great.
The Jedi materialize at the far end of the hallway and dash through the doorway that slams shut. The wheel droids blast away at the 2 Jedi with their laser swords.
They have shield generators.
It's a standoff. Let's go.
Newt and Rune stand on the bridge watching the view screen as the wheel droid's POV speeds to the doorway.
I totally lost it.
Rune.
Ruined right down.
Bottom of whatever
hey,
page this is.
hey guys, so we have them like totally on the run, sir. I just think that maybe they're no match for 10 destroyer droids. Not 2, 10 of them.
Is anybody playing Tay How?
Oh yeah.
Stop taking all the roles.
I don't know.
I'm not.
Wow, Bert, you want to play them all?
Nobody has it. It's you. It's
What?
Welcome to the single man Bert show, Phantom Menace.
Sir, they've gone up the ventilation shaft.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan appear at a large vent with in a giant hangar bay. They are careful not to be seen. Thousands of battle droids are loading onto landing craft.
Battle droids.
It's an invisible army.
Did you just laugh at that, did you?
No.
I'm trying to be slightly... Was he Irish?
Yeah, he is Irish.
Yeah.
Northern Scottish Irish.
That's really
Wales.
hard for
Whatever,
me.
I don't know what it
I've
is.
never been there before in my life.
It's an invisible army.
It's an odd play for the Trade Federation. We've got to warn the Naboo and contact Chancellor Valorum. There you go, it took me 2 turns, but that's fine. Let's split up, stow aboard separate ships, and meet down at the planet.
You were right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short.
Tehao receives a transmission.
Sir, a transmission from the planet.
It's Queen Amidala. She's ringing you on your phone.
At least we're getting results.
On the view screen, Queen Amidala appears in her throne room. Wearing her elaborate headdress and robes, she sits surrounded by the governing council and 4 handmaidens, Erite, Yane, Rabe, and Sachi. I'm so glad they're named.
Again, you come before me, Your Highness. The Federation is pleased, okay?
You will not be pleased when you hear what I have to say, Viceroy. Your trade boycott of our planet has ended.
Newt smirks at Rune.
I was not aware of such a failure.
I have word that the Senate is finally voting on this blockade of yours.
I take it you know the outcome. I wonder why they bother to vote.
Enough of this pretense, Viceroy. I'm aware the Chancellor's ambassadors are with you now and that you have been commanded to reach a settlement.
I know nothing about any Russian ambassadors. You must be mistaken.
Amidala, surprised at his reaction, studies him carefully.
Beware, Viceroy. The Federation is going too far this time.
Your Highness, we will never do anything without the approval of the Senate. You assume too much.
We will see.
The Queen fades off and the view screen goes black.
She's right. The Senate will never.
It's too late now.
Do you think she suspects?
I don't know, but we must move quickly to disrupt all communications down there.
The Queen, Erite, Sashi, and her governor, Sio Bible, stands before Sio Bibble, not Buble. Sorry. Stands before a hologram of Senator Palpatine, a thin, kindly man.
But how could it be true? I have assurances from the Chancellor. His ambassadors did arrive. It must be that
The hologram of Palpatine sputters and fades away.
Senator Palpatine? What's happening?
Captain Panaka turns to his sergeant.
Check the transmission generators.
A malfunction?
Could be the Federation jamming us, Your Highness.
A communications disruption can only mean one thing. Invasion.
Don't jump to conclusions, Governor. The Federation would not dare go that far.
The Senate would revoke their trade franchise, and they'd be finished.
We must continue to rely on negotiation.
Negotiation? We've lost all communications. And where are the Chancellor's ambassadors? How can we negotiate? There are a lot of typos. Yep. We must prepare to defend ourselves, guys.
This is a dangerous situation, Your Highness. Our security volunteers will be no match against the battle-hardened Federation army.
I will not condone a course of action that leads us to war.
Really sounds like you're being like ironic when you say it like that. 6 landing craft fly in formation towards the surface of the planet Naboo. 3 landing craft slowly descend to the cloud cover of the perpetually gray twilight side of the planet. One by one, the Federation warships land in the eerie swamp. Obi-Wan's head emerges from the mud of a shallow lake. For in the background, the activities of the invasion force can be seen in the mist. Obi-Wan takes several deep breaths, then disappears again under the muddy swamp. Troop transports, MTTs, emerge from the landing craft. The droid invasion force moves out of the swamp and into the grassy plain. OOM-9 in his tank looks out.
Warning. Somebody get Bert some aviators because Palpatine is now Randall.
Hell yes!
God.
Palpatine is now Randall. Oh.
Yeah, a character
it's
from
a character from
Pencils
our
and
show.
Parsecs.
Yeah.
Yep.
A small hologram of Rune and Newt stands on the tank.
Oh no.
And there's no trace of the Jedi. They've gotten onto one of the landing crafts.
If they're down here, sir, we'll find them. We're moving out of the swamp and marching to the cities. Remain no resistance, because they suck.
Excellent.
The end.
Qui-Gon runs through the strange landscape, glancing back to see the monstrous troop transports emerging from the mist. Animals begin to run past him in panic. An odd, frog-like Gungan, Jar Jar, it says inks? It says inks.
Oh my god.
Squats, holding a clam he has retrieved from the murky swamp. The shell pops open. Jar Jar's Greta tongue snaps out and grabs the clam, swallowing it in one gulp. Jar Jar looks up and sees Qui-Gon and the other creatures running like the wind toward him on the huge MTTs. One of the huge MTTs bears down on the Jedi like a charging locomotive. Jar Jar stands transfixed, still holding the clamshell in one hand.
Oh no!
Jar Jar drops the shell and grabs onto Qui-Gon as he passes. The Jedi is caught by surprise.
Purg is a 9-foot-tall cat creature, Togorian.
Oh yeah, great.
Great.
Hey, help me! Help me!
Let go.
The machine is about to crush them as Qui-Gon drags Jar Jar behind him. Just as the transport is about to hit them, Qui-Gon drops, and Jar Jar goes splat into the mud with him. The transport races overhead. Qui-Gon and Jar Jar pull themselves out of the mud. They stand watching the war machine disappear into the mist. Jar Jar grabs Qui-Gon and hugs him.
Oi, muy, I love yous.
The frog-like creature kisses the Jedi.
Are you brainless? You almost got us killed.
I spake.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now, get out of here.
Qui-Gon starts to move off, and
sass
Jar
going on.
Jar follows.
No. Misa stay. Misa yours, humble servant.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, bootis! Tis the wounded biada goods. Tis a live debit, tis. Misa code, Jaja Binks.
Oh no.
In the distance, 2 stops, STAPs, burst out of the mist at high speed, chasing Obi-Wan.
I have no time for this now.
Say what?
I'm Irish. So
The
Say what?
The 2 STAPS's stops, I'm just going to call them stops. The 2 stops barrel down on Obi-Wan.
Oh no, Wisa Gana.
Qui-Gon throws Jar Jar into the mud.
stay down.
His head pops up.
Die.
The 2 troops fire laser bolts at Obi-Wan. Qui-Gon deflects the bolts back, and then staps blow up on 1-2. Obi-Wan is exhausted and tries to catch his breath.
Sorry, Master. The water fried my weapon. Wait, that was supposed to be Waylon
Smithers.
Smithers. Sorry, Master. Water fried my weapon.
Obi-Wan pulls out his...
Warning. Jar Jar Binks is now Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, God.
Solid. Okay.
Obi-Wan pulls out his burnt laser sword handle.
Okay, yeah. Someone made a comment before going, "What intern did not know what a lightsaber is and decided to write up light sword every time?"
Yeah.
That's kind of laser
Yeah.
sword.
Also, if you guys have never read this, Jar Jar Binks' dialogue is literally written the way he speaks.
It's
Yeah.
more racist now that I'm reading
It's
it.
really racist.
Super racist.
like
It's so
really
bad.
Oh dear.
So bad.
Kaiju's effective.
But back to this important scene.
Sorry.
The two troops fire laser bolts at Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Wait, I already read that. Obi-Wan pulls his burnt laser sword handle. Qui-Gon inspects it as Jar Jar pulls himself out of the mud.
You forgot to turn your power off again, didn't you?
Obi-Wan nods sheepishly.
It won't take long to recharge, but this is a lesson I hope you've learned, my young Padawan.
Yes, Master. You saved me again, hey? What's this?
A local. Let's go before more of these droids show up.
Nor did you speak?
Oh, God. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon start to run. Jar Jar tries to keep up.
Excuse me, but a Modo Grande safe place would be Otaganga. This where I grew up. This safe city.
They all stop.
A city? Can you take us there?
Well, on the second thought, no, not really.
No?
It's embarrassing, boot. My afraid, I've been banished. My forgotten dear bosses would do terrible things to my... Terrible things if my going back there.
A pulsating sound is heard in the distance.
You hear that? That is the sound of a terrible thing's heading this way.
When they find us, they will crush us, grind us into little pieces, then blast us into oblivion.
Oh, your point is well seen. This way, hurry!
Jar Jar turns and runs into the swamp. Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Jar Jar run into the murky lake and stop as Jar Jar tries to catch his breath. The transports are heard in the distance.
Much farther?
We're going underwater, okie dokie.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan pull out small capsules from the utility belts that turn into breathing masks.
My warning yous. Gungans no liking outlanders. Don't expect a warm welcome.
No, don't worry. This has not been our day for warm welcomes.
Jar Jar jumps. Does it double?
Warning. Boss Nass as Christopher Walken.
All right, who's Boss Nass?
Yeah, who's Boss Nass? Oh, it's
Yeah.
You know where I got this watch? Jar Jar jumps, does a double somersault with a twist, and dives into the water. Brith masks on, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan wade in after him. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan swim behind Jar Jar, who is very much at home in the water. Down they swim into murky depths. In the distance, the glow of Otoh-Gunga, an underwater city made up of large bubbles, becomes more distinct. They approach the strange Art Nouveau habitat. Jar Jar swims magically through one of the bubble membranes, which seals behind him. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon follow. Gungans in the square scatter when they see the strange Jedi. 4 guards armed with long electro poles ride 2-legged Cadus into the square. The guards, led by Captain Tarples, point their lethal poles at the dripping trio.
Hail daily, Captain Tarples, Mr. Back.
Shit, I'm lost now.
They stare at each other intensely for a moment.
No again, Jar Jar. Yusa going to the bosses. Yusa in big doo-doo this time.
Captain Tarples gives Jar Jar a slight zap with his power pole. Jar Jar jumps and moves off, followed by 2 Jedi.
How would?
The boss's boardroom has bubble walls, with small lighted fish swimming around outside like moving stars. A long circular judge's bench filled with Gungan officials dominates the room. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon stand facing Boss Nass, who sits on a bench higher than the
You
others.
still gotta do the don't you? Surely.
Oh,
Yusa can't be here. Oh man.
Yeah, you got it.
Yusa can't be here. It's an army of mechanics. We song.
That droid army is about to attack the Naboo. We must warn them.
We not liking the Naboo. This is not liking us. The Naboo does think they're smarter than us.
Snotty.
The think their brand's so big.
After those droids take control of the surface, they will come here and take control of you.
No, me so think so. Me so can't talk in the Naboo and suck at this voice. I'm talking outside.
Commit, Bert. Just commit.
Just commit.
Own
It's
it.
a great.
It's crazy.
It's a crazy.
And then Boss Nass switches too.
What? No.
No, no.
Is that over?
It's really good.
You're not done with you.
No, you're not giving up.
Oh,
that.
you're
Right.
not done with
got-
it.
You and the
so
Naboo are a symbiote circle. What happens to no of you will affect the other. You must understand it's probably a typo.
I think we actually missed about 4 lines.
Yeah, it's
we?
fine. We
Yeah.
wish none do certain things outlander. We no caring about Naboo.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
There you go.
Then speed us on our way.
We gotta speed you away.
We need a transport.
Sagata Usabungo. It's great. Do speed us mad. Yep, words.
It's just gibberish.
Thank you for your help. We go in peace.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan turn to leave.
Master, what's a bongo?
A transport, I hope.
The Jedi notice Jar Jar in chains to one side, waiting to hear his verdict. Qui-Gon stops. Jar Jar gives him a forlorn look.
Das is setting you up. Going through the planet core is bad bumping.
Thank you, my friend.
Any hep hair would be hot.
Jar Jar's soulful look is counterpointed by a sheepish grin.
We are short of time, Master.
We'll need a navigator to get us through this planet's core. This Gungan may be of help.
Qui-Gon walks back to Boss Nass.
What is to become of Jar Jar Binks here?
Bigson broken the non-comebacky law.
Oh my god, I did not know that's what it said.
George,
To
please.
be punished.
Oh no. He has been a great help to us. I hope the punishment will not be too severe.
Bounding unto death.
Oh, ouch.
Obi-Wan looks concerned. Qui-Gon is thinking.
We need a navigator to get us through the planet's core. I have saved Jar Jar Binks' life. He owes me what you call a life debt.
Binks? You having like play with this and hissin'?
Jar Jar nods and joins the Jedi. Qui-Gon waves his hand.
Your gods demand that his life belong to me now.
He said live in tissue, Sir Outlander. Be gone with him.
Count me out of this. Better dead here than deader in the core. Ye goods. What a Misa saying.
A strange little submarine propels itself from the Oto Gunga, leaving the glow of the settlement in the distance. Obi-Wan in the co-pilot seat. Jar Jar guides the craft.
This is nuisance.
Master, why do you keep dragging these pathetic life forms along with us? Here, take over.
Hey, how? Where are we going?
You're the navigator.
You're dreaming, Mr. Happen. But Qui-Gon.
Just relax. The Force will guide us.
Oh, Maxi Big, the Force. Ellen, that smells stinky waffy. What the fuck?
That would actually be German. That's real German.
Oh.
Okay.
Stinker whiff. There it is.
Jar Jar veers the craft to the left and turns the lights on. The coral vistas are grand, fantastic, wondrous.
Why were you banished, Jar Jar?
Tis a long tale, but a small part. Wab dabe, Misa, clumsy.
As the little sub glides into the planet
They
core.
banished you because you're clumsy?
Oh,
Sorry.
whoops, my bad. As the little sub glides into the planet core, a large dark shape begins to follow.
Misa Kaz Ed, Nabi, One Odui, Ladle, Betty, Accidentes, Yutsae, Bundegasse, und Kreis, their bosses, Heiblibbe, then banished.
Suddenly, there's a loud crash, and the little craft lurches to one side. Qui-Gon looks around, sees a luminous OPC killer has hooked them with its long, gooey tongue.
Full speed ahead.
Instead of full ahead, Jar Jar jams the controls into reverse. The sub flies into the mouth of the creature.
Oops.
Give me the controls.
Obi-Wan takes over the controls, and the OPC killer instantly releases the sub from its mouth.
We so free.
Warning. Valley Girl accent for SHMI Skywalker.
Oh. Can't wait for that.
All right.
As the sub zooms away, they see a larger set of jaws munching on the hapless killer. The jaws belong to the incredible Sando Aqua Monster. The lights on the tiny sub begin to flicker as they cruise deeper into the gloom.
There's always a bigger fish.
Message.
Newt and Rune stand before a hologram of Darth Sidious.
What was my new
I
voice
think
again?
you're
Still
Trump.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
This invasion is on schedule, my lord.
Oh my god.
This is so political.
Holy shit.
Accurate. Weird.
Putin, my baby, my lord. Mwah, this invasion is unscheduled.
I'm seeing the secret genius of the script.
Wow.
It's gonna be tremendous.
Good. I have the Senate bogged down in procedures.
Why are you reading this way?
As Randall? That's right. That's right. By the time this incident comes up for vote, they'll have no choice but to accept your control of the system.
The Queen has great faith. The Senate will side with her.
Queen Amidala is a shithead. And you're naive. You'll find controlling her not to be difficult. You've done well, Vice.
Warning. Watto, the junk dealer, now has the voice of John Travolta.
Oh, shit.
Better. Thank you, my lord.
You didn't tell him about the missing Jedi.
No need to report that to him until we have something to report. Fake news.
Sparks are flying and water is leaking into the cabin. The sound of the power drive drops.
We're losing power.
Obi-Wan is working with the sparking wires. Jar Jar panics.
Stay calm. We're not in trouble yet.
What yet? Monsters out there, leaking in here, all in sinking, and no power. You nutsin. When you think we in trouble.
Power's back.
The lights flicker on, revealing an ugly Colo clawfish right in front of them.
Monsters back.
The large Colo clawfish is surprised and rears back. The sub turns around and speeds away.
We in trouble now.
Relax.
Qui-Gon puts his hand on Jar Jar's shoulder. Jar Jar relaxes into a coma. That's weird.
Wow.
You overdid it, sir.
The Colo clawfish leaps after the fleeing sub as it shoots out of the tunnel into the waiting jaws of the Sando Aqua monster.
This is not good.
Jar Jar regains consciousness.
We dead yet. Oi, bye.
Jar Jar's eyes bulge and he faints again. The sub narrowly avoids the deadly teeth of the Aqua monster. The Colo clawfish chasing them isn't so lucky. It is munched in half by the large predator. The little sub slips away.
Head for that outcropping.
The long columns of the droid army move down the main road leading to Theed, the Naboo capital. As the Queen watches helplessly from a window in the palace, a transport carrying Newt and Rune lands in Theed Plaza. They exit the transport.
Victory.
The little sub continues to propel itself towards the surface, which is brightly lit.
We do it.
Paradise. Billowing clouds frame a romantic body of water. There's a loud rush of bubbles, and a small sub bobs to the surface. The current in the estuary begins to pull the sub backward into a fast-moving river. Obi-Wan switches off the two remaining bubble canopies. Qui-Gon stands up, looks around. Jar Jar lets out a sigh of relief.
We safe now.
Get this thing started.
This is very good. Hey.
Warning. Keegan is now Jerry Seinfeld lol.
Keegan.
Keegan.
Brother of Egon Spangler.
Hey guys, I got a quick announcement because there's not many people being active in the chat room. Quick reminder, everybody, if you want a chance to win something on this table, we have all sorts of awesome stuff, hundreds of dollars worth of giveaways. Get active in the chat right now, and I'm going to be pulling a winner for something on this table. We'll spin the wheel. So we've got one spin to do. I might interrupt you guys again later to actually spin it, but get active, guys. Thank you for support.
Yeah. Does that mean we're only 1,000 away from seeing from the Switch and Emily's childhood cosplay photos, which is we all want to see. I really want to see this.
I also want to see Mod's cosplay photos from earlier. They're probably so bad.
Warning. Princess Amidala's guard captain forgot the name, voiced by Elmo.
Is that bird again?
That would be Captain That would be Panaka.
Oh, Captain Kanaka.
That's right. Elmo.
Oh, really?
This is very good. Hey.
What is it? That's me.
Okay.
Jar Jar looks back at where they're drifting. He sees they're headed for a huge waterfall.
Yeah.
What? Oh, bye.
Obi-Wan tries to start the engine. The long props behind the sub slowly begin to rotate. Obi-Wan struggles until finally, a few feet short of the waterfall, the sub starts and is able to generate enough power to stop drifting backward in the powerful current. The sub slowly moves forward, In the background, Keegan takes a cable out of his belt. The engine coughs and dies. They start drifting backwards again. Jar Jar panics.
We should die in here, hey!
Qui-Gon shoots the thin cable, and it wraps itself around a railing on the shore. The sub pulls the cable taut, and the little craft hangs precariously over the edge of the waterfall.
Come on!
Obi-Wan climbs out of the sub and pulls himself along the cable. Qui-Gon starts in after him.
Come on, Jar Jar!
No, too scary.
Get up here.
No, Almighty, no!
Jar Jar looks back and sees he is hanging over the waterfall.
Bye, Mr. Kamen, Mr. Kamen.
Jar Jar starts to climb out of the sub. Obi-Wan is on the shore and helps pull Qui-Gon out of the water.
That was close.
The two Jedi turn around to see a battle droid standing. Oh, wait.
Yep, you're right.
Okay, standing in front of them, Jar Jar climbs up the shore between the Jedi.
I said drop your weapons.
Qui-Gon ignites his laser sword, and in a brief flash, the droid is cut down by the Jedi. A stray laser bolt hits the cable, and the sub breaks loose, crashing down the waterfall. The Jedi move on. Jar Jar reluctantly follows and looks back at the mess.
Wow!
The waterfalls of Theed sparkle in the noonday sun. Queen Amidala, Co. Bibble, and 5 of her handmaidens, Erte, Yane, Padme, Rabe, and Sashi, are surrounded by 20 droids. Captain Panaka and 4 Naboo guards are held at gunpoint. Newt and Rune stand in the middle of the room.
How will you explain this invasion to the Senate?
The Naboo and the Federation will forge a treaty that will legitimize our occupation here. I've been assured it will be ratified by the Senate.
I will not cooperate.
Now, Your Highness, you're not gonna like what we have in store for your people, okay? In time.
Warning. Jar Jar is Randy Newman.
Of course.
In time, their suffering will persuade you to see our point of view, Commander. Process them.
Yes, sir. Take them to Camp 4.
The sergeant marches the group out of the throne room. Queen Amidala, Padme, Erte, Yane, Rabe, Sashi, Captain Panaka, CO people, and 4 guards.
Name all of her handmaidens every time.
Yeah, it's important.
They're major players.
Yes.
And 4 guards are led out of the palace by 10 battle droids. The plaza is filled with tanks and battle droids, which they pass on their way to the detention camp. Unbeknownst to them, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Jar Jar sneak across on a walkway above the plaza and jump from a balcony to begin an attack and rescue the queen. 4 battle droids are instantly cut down. More droids move forward and are also cut down by the Jedi's flashing, now their lightsabers, until there is only the droid sergeant left. The sergeant starts to run, but is pulled back to Qui-Gon by the Force until finally he's dispatched by the Jedi.
Use the guys, bomb bad.
Queen Amidala and the others are amazed. Jar Jar is getting used to this. They move between 2 buildings.
Your Highness, we are the ambassadors for the Supreme Chancellor!
Your negotiations seem to have failed, Ambassador.
The negotiations never took place. Your Highness, well, we must make contact with the Republic.
Captain Panaka steps forward.
They've knocked out all our communications!
Do you have the transports?
In the main hangar! This way!
They disappear down the alleyway as the alarms are sounding. Captain Panaka cracks open a side door to the central hangar. Qui-Gon looks in over his shoulder. Obi-Wan, Jar Jar, and the rest of the group are behind him. They see several Naboo spacecraft guarded by about 50 battle droids. Alarms can be heard in the distance.
Warning. Obi-Wan is now Crocodile Dundee.
Oh,
Tread carefully.
national treasure.
She's a national fucking treasure over here.
Captain Panaka.
There are too many of them.
That won't be a problem. Your Highness, under the circumstances, I suggest you come to Coruscant with us.
Thank you, Ambassador, but my place is here with my people.
They will kill you if you stay.
They wouldn't dare.
They need her to sign a treaty to make this invasion of theirs legal. They can't afford to kill her.
The situation here is not what it seems. There is something else behind this all, Your Highness. There is no logic in the Federation's move here. My people tell me they will destroy you.
Please, Your Highness, reconsider. Our only hope is for the Senate to side with us. Senator Palpatine will need your help.
Getting past that blockade is impossible, Your Highness. Any attempt to escape will be dangerous.
Your Highness, I will stay here and do what I can. They have to retain the Council of Governors in order to maintain control. But you must leave.
The The Queen turns to Padme and Erte.
Either choice presents a great risk to all of us.
We are brave, Your Highness.
If you are to leave, Your Highness, it must be now.
Then I will plead our case before the Senate. Be careful, Governor.
The doors open to the main hangar. Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Jar Jar, Captain Panaka, the 2 guards, and 3 handmaidens followed by Queen Amidala head for the sleek chrome spacecraft. Sio, Bible, Yane, and Sashi stay behind. The handmaidens begin to cry.
We need to free those pilots.
Captain Panaka points to 20 guards, ground crew, and pilots held in a corner by 6 battle droids. Oh God.
Wait, what am I doing for Obi-Wan?
You are a Dundee.
Oh, cool.
Right.
I'll take care of that. I'm gonna head towards a group of captured pilots over there. That group, right over there, I'm gonna head over there. That group of captured pilots. That's not a group of captured pilots, that's a group of captured pilots. And right over there, I'm gonna walk over there. I'm gonna walk about right over there to that group of captured pilots. A walkabout.
Qui-Gon and the Queen, Captain Panaka, Jar Jar, and the rest of the group approach the guards at the ramp of the Naboo craft.
Where are you going?
I'm ambassador for the Supreme Chancellor, and I'm taking these people to Coruscant.
You're under arrest.
The droid draws his weapon. But before any of the droids can fire, they're cut down. Other guards run to their aid. Obi-Wan attacks the guards around the pilots. Qui-Gon stands, fighting off droids as the others rush on board the spacecraft. Obi-Wan and the freed pilots. Freed pilots?
Pilots.
No, sorry, I just was taking a long time to flip the page.
Okay.
Guards and ground crew members rush aboard the ship. The other pilots and guards race to seal Bibbler.
Man, they really
It really says Bibbler.
It changes every name.
After everyone has made it onto the ship, Qui-Gon jumps on board. Alarms sound. More droids rush into the hangar and fire as the ship takes off. The ship exits the hangar. Battle droids standing in the hangar shoot at them. The sleek spacecraft speeds away from the planet Naboo and heads up for the deadly Federation blockade. The pilot, Rick Oli, navigates toward the massive battleships. Qui-Gon and Captain Panaka watch.
Our communications are still jammed.
Jar Jar is led into a low, cramped doorway by Obi-Wan.
Now stay here and keep out of trouble.
Obi-Wan closes the door. Jar Jar looks around and sees a long row of 5 short dome-topped astro droids. R2 units. They all look alike except for their paint color, and they all seem to be shut down.
I forgot what I was supposed to do
You're
for Jar Jar.
Schwarzenegger.
Still?
Yeah.
No, you're Randy
Wait.
Newman.
No, you're
Oh,
Randy Newman.
Randy.
That's right.
Hello, boyos. This a one a long old trip, hey.
Jar Jar taps a bright red R2 unit on the head, and its head pops up a bit. He lets out a gasp as he lifts the head.
Oh, this opens. Oops. Many springs and things come flying out.
Jar Jar quickly closes it again, very embarrassed.
Yo, just yoking. Just yoking.
Power's back. That little droid did it. He bypassed the main power drive. Deflector shield up at maximum.
The lone blue droid finishes his repairs and goes back into the ship. The Naboo spacecraft races away from the Federation battleship.
There's not enough power to get us to Coruscant. The hyperdrive is leaking.
That's the name of this show today, this whole party, by the way.
The hyperdrive is leaking?
No comment. We'll have to land somewhere to refuel and repair the ship.
Oh God.
It's a ring.
Qui-Gon studies. Oh wait, no.
Yep.
Yeah, Qui-Gon studies a star chart on a monitor.
Here, Master. Tatooine. It's small, out of the way, poor. The Trade Federation has no presence there.
Captain Panaka.
It's you now, Elmer.
How can you be sure?
It's controlled by the Huts.
Warning.
The Huts.
Abby is Millhouse for whatever character has a decent number of lines.
I don't know. Actually, you're gonna have to tell me which character it is.
The Huts.
It's risky, but there's no alternative.
You can't take her Royal Highness there. The Huts are gangsters. If they discovered her,
it'd be no different than if we landed on a system controlled by the Federation. Except the hearts aren't looking for her, which gives us the advantage.
Captain Panaka takes a deep breath in frustration. The Naboo spacecraft races away. Newt and Rune sit around a conference table with a hologram of Darth Sidious.
Who was Newt again?
We control all the cities in the north and are searching for any other settlements.
Just too good.
Destroy all the high-ranking officials. Viceroy, slowly, quietly. And Queen Amidala, has she signed that treaty yet?
She has disappeared, my lord. One Naboo cruiser got past the blockade.
Should have built a bigger blockade.
Viceroy, you have to find her. I want that treaty signed.
My lord, it's impossible to locate the ship. It's out of our range.
Not for a Sith.
A second Sith Lord appears behind Darth Sidious.
Viceroy, this is my apprentice, Lord Maul. We will find your lost ship.
Yes, my lord. The hologram fades off. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
We should never have made this bargain. What will happen when the Jedi become aware of these, look at camera, Sith Lords?
Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Captain Panaka, and the little blue droid stand before Queen Amidala and her three handmaidens, Padme, Erte, and Raby. Captain
An
Panaka.
extremely well put together little droid. Without a doubt, it saved the ship, as well as our lives.
It is to be commended. What is its number?
The little blue droid lets out a series of bleeps. Bloop, bloop. Captain Panaka leans over and scrapes some dirt off the side of the droid and reads the number.
R2-D2, Your Highness.
Thank you, R2-D2. You have proven to be very loyal. Padme,
Padme bows before the Queen.
clean this droid up the best you can. It deserves our gratitude. Continue, Captain.
Captain Panaka looks nervously to Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Your Highness, we are heading for a remote planet called Tatooine. It's a system far beyond the reach of the Trade Federation. There we will be to be able to make needed repairs, then travel on to Coruscant.
Your Highness, Tatooine is very dangerous. It's controlled by an alliance of gangs called the Hutts. I do not agree with the Jedi on this.
You do not. You must trust my judgment, Your Highness.
Amidala and Padme exchange looks. Padme moves next to the droid. Padme sits in the main area.
Sexual? What do you mean by that when you say it that way?
It was completely unintentional. Padme sits in the main area, cleaning R2-D2. The brave little Astra droid. Why does it say that? Jar Jar pops out of the open door.
Hello. Hello.
Both Padme and R2 jump out and let out a little scream. The Gungan is embarrassed that he frightened them.
Sorry, not meaning to scare you, sir.
That's all right.
I scovered. Only back there needing it.
Thank you.
What are you saying?
This little guy is quite a mess.
Jar Jar hands Padme the oil can.
Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
I'm Padme. I attend Her Highness. You're a Gungan, aren't you?
Jar Jar nods.
How did you end up here with us?
Me no. Me today starting karaoke day with the brisky moaning munching. Then boom gotten very skilled. And grabbed dead Jedi. And before Misa knowing, pow! Misa here getting very scared.
R2 beeps a sympathetic beep.
That's what I have to be doing.
Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Captain Panaka watch over Rick Oli's shoulder. A large yellow planet appears directly ahead. Rick Oli searches his scopes.
That's it. Tatooine.
That's Obi-Wan, yeah. And then I say,
Ryerie's best Zach impression.
what?
Okay, so right now my Anakin is Tommy Wiseau.
Yes.
I will make my Valorium Zach.
Oh, shit.
Chancellor Valorum.
Valorum.
And just so we can get through this, I'll keep the narrator my normal voice.
That's it. Tatooine right there.
There's a settlement. A spaceport, looks like.
Land near the outskirts. We don't want to attract any attention.
The ship heads towards the planet of Tatooine. The Naboo spacecraft lands in the desert in a swirl of dust. The spaceport of Mos Espa is seen in the distance. Obi-Wan is hoisting the hyperdrive out of the floor panel. Jar Jar rushes up to him and falls to his knees.
Obi-Wan, sire, please no miss a go.
Sorry, Qui-Gon's right. You'll make things less obvious.
Jar Jar walks back to R2 in the hallway as Qui-Gon, dressed as a farmer, enters the main area.
Warning. Padme has Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls.
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good one.
The hyperdrive generator is gone. We'll need a new one.
Qui-Gon moves closer to Obi-Wan and speaks quietly to him.
Don't let them send any transmissions. Be wary. I sense a disturbance in the force.
I felt it also, Master.
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 That's it.
I felt it also, Master. Water. Water.
Qui-Gon.
Master.
Qui-Gon goes into the hallway to meet up with R2 and Jar Jar. They head to the exit ramp. They start their trek across the desert towards the city of Mos Espa. In the distance, a strange-looking caravan makes its way towards the spaceport.
Dear son, don't murder Dada skin.
Warning. Jar Jar is now Mr. T.
Dear son, don't murder Tata skin.
From the spaceship, Captain Panaka and Padme run toward them.
Wait!
Qui-Gon stops. As they catch up, Padme is dresses in rough peasant's garb.
Her Highness commands you to take her handmaiden with you. She wishes for her to observe the local.
No more commands from Her Highness today, Captain. This spaceport is not going to be pleasant.
The Queen wishes it. She is curious about this planet.
I've been trained in defense. I can take care of myself.
Don't make me go back. Don't make me go back and tell her you refuse.
I don't have time to argue, but this is not a good idea. Stay close to me.
He gives Padme a stern look. The little group walks down the main street of Mos Espa. They pass dangerous-looking citizens of all types. Padme looks around in awe at this exotic environment.
Moisture farms for the most part, but also a few indigenous tribes and scavengers. The few spaceports like this are havens for people who do not wish to be found.
Like us, Jar Jar is in a constant state of panic.
R2 whistles along with perfect confidence.
Dissin, very, very bad.
Steps
Ooh,
into-
icky, goo.
The group comes to a little plaza surrounded by several junk spaceship dealers.
We'll try one of the smaller dealers.
They head for a little junk shop that has a huge pile of broken spaceships stacked up behind it. Qui-Gon, Jar Jar, Padme, and R2 enter the dingy junk shop and are greeted by Watto, a pudgy blue alien who flies on short little wings
again?
like a hummingbird.
I think it's Abby.
Oh God.
Oh, really?
What do you want?
Oh, sorry. Where are we? Oh, here we are.
That-
I need parts for the J-Type 327 Nubian.
Ah, yes, Nubian. We have lots of that. What kind of junk?
Oh, the subtitles are getting me.
Oh wait, is this?
You
the
just read the
title or-
nonsense.
Oh, why is that first then? The English is
I don't
first.
know.
Because the subtitles is in the parentheses.
Nabadiunko.
Unko means poop in Japanese.
My droid here has a readout of what I need.
A disheveled boy, Anakin Skywalker,
All right.
runs in from the junkyard. He is about 9 years old, very dirty, and dressed in rags. Watto raises a hand and Anakin flinches.
Watto's supposed to be John Travolta. The chat is trying to
that's
remind
right.
us.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what John Travolta even sounds like.
I swear.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
It is.
Kunati Takimalia.
Is it me again?
Mel Tassa Chopasa.
Cho, Ganda Doe Walia. Midwana no Bata. So, wait, this is all the English.
Yeah. I feel like you should read that just to explain a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me take the Outback. Me, you'll find what you need.
R2 and Qui-Gon follow R2 and Qui-Gon follow Watto towards the junkyard, leaving Jar Jar with Padme and the young boy, Anakin. Jar Jar picks up a gizmo, trying to figure out its purpose. Qui-Gon takes the part out of his hand and puts it back.
Don't touch anything.
Jar Jar makes a rude face to Qui-Gon's back and sticks out his long tongue. Anakin sits on the counter, pretending to clean a part, staring at Padme.
Oh, shit.
She is the most beautiful creature he has ever seen in his life. Padme is a little embarrassed by his stare, but she musters up an amused smile. Finally, he gets the courage to speak.
Best lines in all Star Wars, everybody.
No.
Hey, are you an angel?
What?
An angel. Mark, I heard that the deep space pilots talk about them. They live on the moons of Lego, I think. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe. They are good and kind and so petty they make even the most hardened spice pirate cry. This voice is hard.
Spice pirate.
Spice pirate.
Just thought I'd repeat that.
Padme looks at him, not knowing what to say.
I've never heard of angels.
It's so good.
Why is Anakin a pervert?
Why is Anakin wrong?
You must be one. Maybe you just don't know it.
You're a very funny little boy. How do you know so much?
Since I was very little, 3, I think, my mom and I were sold to Gardula the Hutt, but she lost us betting on the pod races to Watto, who's a lot better master than Gardula, I think.
You're a slave?
Anakin looks at Padme defiantly. I'm a person. My name is Anakin.
I'm sorry, I don't fully understand. This is a strange world to me.
Anakin studies her intently. You are a strange girl to me. Jar Jar pushes the nose on what appears to be a little droid, and it instantly comes to life, grows legs and arms, and starts marching around, knocking over everything. Jar Jar holds on, but can't
Warning.
stop it.
Keep being awesome.
Whoa! Thanks, T-Moment!
Want to remind people you can bring back voices we were previously doing if anybody wants to keep hearing Randy Newman.
You can give me a voice I know.
I'd like to
Reminding
change
everyone
that they can change the voice of Watto at any time.
With the $100, maybe Jerry Seinfeld's not enough.
For $50, you can even make us switch parts.
Oh God.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So $100. You could say something, anything. With the 100.
All right.
Anything you want with
Help me.
$100. We'll do
Help me,
anything for
Team
$100.
Human. You're my only hope.
Help me chat.
Jar Jar hit the nose. Jar Jar hits the nose, and the droid collapses back into its original state. Anakin and Padme laugh. Anakin watches Padme straighten her hair. Watto reads a small portable. Watto reads a small portable monitor he is holding. He stands before a hyperdrive.
This is all in English suddenly, like.
Yeah.
Okay. Here it is, the T4 hyperdrive generator. Thee in luck. I'm only one hereabouts who has one, but thee might as well buy a new ship. It would be cheaper, I think. Sign of which, how's thee going to pay for all this?
I have 20,000 Republic dunneries.
Republic credits? Republic credits are no good out here. I need something more real.
I don't have anything else, but credits will do fine.
No, they won't,
Qui-Gon, using his mind power, waves his hand again.
This is continuous.
Credits will do fine.
No, they won't, again.
Warning. I am going to show a little mercy on Emma's poor voice box and swapped her roles for Brent's.
Oh, for Brett's?
What?
For Bert's.
Bert. Oh, so you guys just switch?
Okay.
Call your
So,
roles.
Wow.
no, you just need to switch
Just give
your,
her the-
Oh.
your motion.
All right.
Highlighted, Bert.
Somewhere I have it.
Brent.
Come on, Brent. Where's your
I'm
post-it?
sure they mean Bert.
For $50, your name's Brent.
Yeah, you're whatever they call you now.
$50.
Bert,
Brent
where's
now.
your...
Don't get bent. Get Brent.
I don't know. Don't worry. Don't hold up on me.
That's mine.
Keep it going.
All right, Jar Jar.
Your pocket. If you're camouflaged with the fucking the pants, man.
Jar Jar pulls a
I'm
part
looking for-
out of a stack of parts to inspect it, and they all come tumbling down. He struggles to catch them, only to knock more down. Anakin and Padme are oblivious. Wouldn't have lasted long if I weren't so good at fixing things. I'm making my own droid.
Ew.
Oh, God.
Totally me.
I feel slimy.
Qui-Gon hurries into the shop, followed by R2. Qui-Gon. I guess this is a speaking part. No. Yeah, doesn't matter.
We're leaving.
Jar Jar follows Qui-Gon. Padme gives Anakin a loving look.
That's so Weird.
He's like 12, right?
No, he's
No,
9.
he's 9. It said in the script he was 9.
9.
You read that part.
She's 14.
Yep.
Gross.
Where
Who's
are
the
we?
next
Padme.
person?
Padme is definitely me.
It's
Definitely me now.
I'm glad I met you.
I'm glad to meet you.
Anakin.
Anakin?
Anakin Skywalker?
Padme, you never hear my last name ever rest for the entire series.
Padme turns, and Anakin looks sad as he watches her leave. I'm glad I met you too. Watto enters the junkyard, shaking his head.
Utmiets. Tinka mi chasa hopoema booty nagnolia.
La lava num botava.
Fuipa nyaga tolpa de bunki dunko.
Anakin lets out, yippee! Yippee! And runs out the back. Qui-Gon, R2, Jar Jar, and Padme have found a quiet spot between two buildings. The busy street beyond is filled with dangerous-looking creatures. Qui-Gon is talking on his comlink, while Jar Jar nervously watches the street. Obi-Wan is in the main hold of the Naboo craft.
Obi-Wan, are you sure there isn't anything of value left on board?
A few containers of supplies. The Queen's wardrobe, maybe. Not enough for you to barter with. Not in the amounts you're talking about.
That's so good. All right, another solution will present itself. I'll check back.
Qui-Gon puts his comlink away and starts out in the main street. Jar Jar grabs his arm.
No again. The beings hereabouts go crazy. We should be robbed and crunched.
Not likely. We have nothing of value. That's our problem.
Qui-Gon, Padme, Jar Jar, and R2 move out in the street. Jar Jar is walking behind the others. They walk by an outdoor cafe filled with a rough gang of aliens.
Warning. Qui-Gon is now James T. Kirk.
Qui-Gon.
Oh, God.
James T. Kirk. Captain Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
Star Trek, Captain Kirk.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Shatner.
You can just lean into what you're
Or
doing.
Chris Pine.
Yeah?
Cool. Can I do Chris Pine?
You can do Chris Pine.
How do you sound hot?
You be it.
Oh, I've got it.
Feel it.
I think he's got a foot thing, guys. Anyway, that's another.
Wow. They walk by an outdoor cafe filled with a rough gang of aliens, one of which is especially ugly, Sebulba, a spider-like creature. Not really. Jar Jar stops for a moment in front of a stall selling dead frogs hanging on a wire. He looks around to see if anyone's looking, then sticks out his tongue and gets hold of one, pulling it into his mouth. Unfortunately, the frog is tied tightly to the wire. The vendor suddenly appears.
Hey, that will be 7 Trogans! I don't know.
Jar Jar opens his mouth in surprise and the frog snaps away, ricochets around the market, and lands in Sebulba's soup, splashing him. As Jar Jar moves away from the vendor, Sebulba jumps onto the table and grabs the hapless Gungan.
Who's Sebulba?
Who is Sebulba? Uh-oh.
Nope.
Was that a...
That's probably...
Was that a Burt roll?
You can
Okay,
take that
alright,
one.
great. Chuba!
Who? Mesa?
Need chuba na?
Sebulba holds the frog up to the Gungan threateningly. Several other creatures start to gather. Sebulba shoves Jar Jar to the ground. The Gungan desperately tries to scramble to safety.
Why Mesa always the one?
Because you're afraid. Jar Jar turns to see Anakin pushing his way next to him. The boy stands up to see Sebulba in a very self-assured way. Chesko, Sebulba. Kuwopa Tunirana. Sebulba stops his assault on Jar Jar and turns to Anakin.
Tunirana nu prata dunkoshag.
Oh, Dahar. Cha porka umengisa. Mitisa roda kopeni pichapa chawa.
Mikmi chawa wormo mikili makolonki. Una noto washag mi wampiti du pom pom.
Sebulba turns away. Chibana du molari ra. Qui-Gon, Padme, and R2 arrive. Hi! Your buddy here was about to be turned into an orange goo. He picked a fight with a Doug. An especially dangerous Doug called Sebulba.
No, sir. No, sir. Misa hate crunching. That's the last thing Misa wantin'.
Nevertheless, the boy is right. You are headed for trouble. Thank you, my young friend.
Padme looks at Anakin and smiles. He smiles back. They start walking down the crowded street.
Misa doing nothing.
Fear attracts the fearful. He was trying to overcome his fear by squashing you. Be less afraid.
And that works for you.
To a point.
Oh, God.
So creepy.
Obi-Wan.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
This is what chat wants. Obi-Wan stands in front of the Naboo spacecraft as the wind picks up and begins to whip at his robe. Captain Panaka exits the ship and joins him.
This storm's gonna slow them down.
Looks pretty bad. We better seal the ship.
Captain Panaka's comlink sounds off.
Yes. We'll be right there.
Anakin and the group stop at a fruit stand run by a jolly but very poor old lady named Jira.
Warning. Jar Jar is Christopher Walken.
Two Christopher Walken?
There's two walk-ins.
Now it's Christopher running.
Or power walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you feeling today, Jira?
So creepy.
Who's Jira?
Oh, who is Jira?
Oh, I am. The heat's never been kind to me, you know, Henny.
Guess what? I found that cooling unit I've been searching for. It's pretty
Oh, it's the grandma thing.
It's pretty beat up, but I'll have it fixed up for you in no time. I promise.
You're a fine boy, honey.
Fine boy.
I'll take 4 pallies today. To Padme. You'll like these.
Like.
Anakin reaches in his pocket and comes up with 3 coins. He drops one. Qui-Gon picks it up, revealing for a moment his lightsaber. Whoops! I thought I had more. Make that 3. I'm not hungry. The wind picks up. Shop owners are starting to close up their shops as Jira gives them their pallies.
Gracious, my bones are aching. Storm's coming on, Annie. You'd better get home quick. I remember she's Australian in the movie.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Do you have shelter?
We'll head back to our ship.
Is it far?
It's on the No, that's on the outskirts. That's where it's at. Next to that one, that's where we put our ship.
You'll never reach the outskirts in time. Sandstorms are very, very dangerous.
Oh my god.
Come with me, hurry. The group follows Anakin as he rushes down the windy street. The wind is blowing hard as Qui-Gon, Jar Jar, and Padme follow Anakin down the street into a slave hovel. Qui-Gon, Jar Jar, R2, and Padme enter a small living space. Mom, I'm home.
Listen, cozy.
Anakin's mother, Shmi Skywalker, a warm, friendly woman of 40, enters from her work area and is startled to see a room full of people.
Oh my. Annie, what's this?
I forgot!
That was good.
These are my friends, Mom.
That makes so much sense now.
This is Padme. And gee, I don't know any of your names.
I'm Qui-Gon Jinn. This is Jar Jar Binks. R2,
R2,
let's have a little beep.
And our droid, R2-D2.
I'm building a droid. You want to see?
Anakin, why are they here?
A sandstorm, Mom. Listen.
Your son was kind enough to offer us shelter.
Come on, let me show you, 3PO. Anakin leads Padme into the other room. R2 follows, beeping all the way. Qui-Gon takes 5 small capsules from his utility belt and hands them to Shmi.
I have enough food for a meal. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I was abrupt. I'll never get used to Anakin's surprises. He's a very special boy.
Shmi looks at him as he's discovered a secret.
Yeah, I know.
Anakin shows off his android, which
Would have been a better movie. Would
have
been a better movie.
100%.
Oh, I know.
There's one eye in the head. The body, arms, and legs have no outer coverings. Isn't he great? He's not finished yet.
Warning. Samuel Jackson is Mace Windu, rated M for mature.
Oh, crap.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
It's good. He's wonderful.
You really like him? He's a protocol droid to help Mom watch. Anakin pushes a switch and the droid sits up. Anakin rushes around and grabs an eye and puts it into one of the sockets.
How do you do? I am C-3PO, Human Cyborg Relations. How might I serve you?
He's a perfect.
When the storm is over, you can see my racer. I'm building a pod racer. Padme smiles at his enthusiasm. R2 lets out a flurry of beeps and whistles.
I beg your pardon. What do you mean I'm naked? Oh my goodness! How embarrassing!
No, Kaiju.
Morning. Okay, I swear this is my last one. The Trade Federation droids are now voiced by HAL 9000.
HAL 9000.
Oh, that's
from 2001.
Yeah.
Is that the
Wherever those droids are.
That's it.
All right.
What? Oh yeah, I'm all the Trade Federation
Oh,
droids.
nice
Yes.
with Emma. I'm afraid I can't. No, you can't drink that.
It's just a special
That's
water.
human water.
We just did the bleeps. We didn't even do it. We didn't get the.
Oh, where are
Amidala, Urte, Raby, and Obi-Wan watch a very bad transmission of CO Bibble hologram.
Were you seeing what about?
The death toll is catastrophic. We must bow to their wishes. Maybe I should make
Morning.
Oh God.
Time for Riri, aka narrator, to be JSA for a bit.
Okay, Anakin is now JSA.
JSA.
Yep.
And then refresh my.
In case people watching,
Looks upset, almost nervous.
Apparently your mic's not right.
I turned it off.
Obi-Wan is next after him. Amidala looks
1,
upset,
2, 3,
almost
4,
nervous.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
it's a trick. Send no reply. Send no transmission of any kind.
Qui-Gon listens to his comlink. Obi-Wan is in the cockpit.
Queen is upset, but absolutely no reply was sent.
It sounds like bait to establish a connection trace.
What if it is true and the people are dying?
Either way, we're running out of time.
Darth Sidious and Darth Maul look out over the vast city.
Tatooine is sparsely populated. If the trace was correct, I will find them quickly, Master.
Move against the Jedi first. You will then have no difficulty taking the Queen back to Naboo, where she'll sign the treaty.
At last, we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last, we will have revenge.
You've been well trained, my young apprentice. They will be no match for you. It's too late for them to stop us now. Everything is going as planned. The Republic will soon be in my command.
On the nose.
The hologram of Darth Maul fades
So you
off.
see Randall? That's Randall to you?
Yeah,
Is that how I do it? Is that what I?
Randall sucks.
Oh,
I
man.
just felt a little bit more dick would be in there. A little bit just more dickish.
Darth Sidious looks out over the city. The giant sandstorm engulfs the
seems
town,
like a cool dude.
including the
I would
Naboo spaceship. On the outskirts of the city center, where Watto's ship is, and the slave quarters, where drifts of sand began building up against Anakin's house. Oh God. Qui-Gon, Anakin, Shmi, Jar Jar, and Padme are seated around a makeshift table having dinner as the wind howls outside. Jar Jar slurps his soup rather loudly. Everyone looks at him. He turns a little brighter red.
All slaves have transmitters placed inside their bodies somewhere. Ew.
Guys, I've been working on a scanner to try to locate them, but no luck.
Any attempt to listen, bitch. I'm trying to talk. So rude. Now I've lost my place and I'm really put out.
I'm just playing games.
And they blow you up, poof! Padme and Jar Jar are horrified.
How rude.
Padme.
Oh, I can't believe there's still slavery on the galaxy. The Republic's anti-slave laws. which
The
everyone
Republic
likes.
doesn't exist out here. We must survive on our own.
Awkward silence. Anakin attempts to end the embarrassment. Have you ever seen a pod
In
race?
case people that are watching, or we have a guest like Mod who don't know who JSA
This
is.
is how he talks.
And who is he?
Jim Stewart-Allen is a historian and comedian who has been streaming Oregon Trail every day for the last 326 days, and he actually just ran an Oregon Trail RPG earlier today, and he is the most genuinely excited man I've ever met, and I mean no disservice to him with his voice. This is what he sounds like.
National treasure.
Wow.
Sounds like he's being kicked.
Sounds pretty awesome.
He's a beautiful man. A beautiful man. Padme shakes her head no. She notices the concern of Shmi. Jar Jar snatches some food from the bowl on the other end of the table with his tongue. Qui-Gon gives him a dirty look.
They have pod racing on Malastare. Very fast, very dangerous.
I'm the only human who can do it! Shmi looks askance at her son. Mom! What? I'm not bragging, it's true! Watto says he's never heard of a human doing it!
You must have Jedi reflexes if you race pods.
Foreshadowing. Anakin smiles.
Oh my god.
The script. Anakin smiles. Jar Jar attempts to snare another bit of food from the bowl with his tongue, but Qui-Gon, in a flash, grabs it between his thumb and forefinger. Jar Jar is startled.
Who is Jar Jar?
Who's Qui-Gon?
Who's Qui-Gon?
That's me. Yeah. Don't do that again.
Jar Jar tries to acknowledge with some silly mumbling. Qui-Gon lets go of the tongue and it snaps back into his mouth. I was wondering something.
What?
You're a Jedi Knight, aren't you?
What makes you think that?
I saw your laser sword. Only Jedi carry that kind of weapon. Qui-Gon leans back and slowly smiles.
Perhaps I killed a Jedi and stole it from him.
I don't think so. No one can kill a Jedi Knight.
I wish that were so.
I had a dream I was a Jedi, and I came back here and freed all the slaves. Have you come to free us?
No, I'm afraid not.
I think you have. Why else would you be here? Qui-Gon thinks for a moment.
I can see there's no fooling you. You mustn't let anyone know about us. We're on our way to Coruscant, the central system in the Republic, on a very important mission, and it must be kept secret.
Coruscant? Wow! How did you end up here in the Outer Rim? Padme.
Sorry, we were at dinner and I was eating. Got a little bit of food in my mouth. And I lost my place again. Our ship was damaged, and we're stranded here until we can repair it.
I can help. I can fix anything.
I believe you can, but our first job is to acquire the parts we need.
Wit. No, nothing. Hola. To trade.
These junk dealers must have a weakness of some kind.
Gambling. Everything here revolves around betting on those awful races.
Pod racing. Greed can be a powerful ally if it's used properly.
Oh, I built a racer. It's the fastest ever. There's a big race tomorrow on Boonta Eve. You can enter my pod. It's all but finished.
Anakin, settle down. Watto won't let you.
Watto doesn't know I've built it. You could make him think it's yours, and you could get him to let me pilot it for you. Qui-Gon looks to Shmi. She is upset.
I don't want you to race, Annie. It's awful. I die. I literally die every time Watto makes me do it.
But Mom, I love it, and they need help. They're in trouble. The prize money would more than pay for all the parts they need. Jar Jar.
It's a little sneaky.
Yeah, Jar Jar.
Where the hell is that?
It's like wedged into my lines.
Where is it? Oh, wrong page?
Okay.
We sit in a pretty bad goo.
Oh, I see that.
Yep.
We, sir, in a pretty bad goo.
Guigon.
Mother's
Right.
Guigon, as the script says. Guigon.
Wait, I'm sorry, who was casted as Guigon?
Who typed
It's a one-off line. Like,
This is on a website.
Pops into the scene.
Hi, I'm Guigon. Your mother's right. Is there anyone friendly to the Republic who might be able to help us?
Never seen it.
never seen again.
I'm like not even phased.
Oh God.
Where are we now?
Oh God.
Anakin, we have to help
Free
them.
from the body.
We have to help them. Mom, you said that the biggest problem in the universe is that no one helps each other.
Anakin, don't.
Jar Jar belches. There is silence for a moment as they eat.
I'm sure Qui-Gon doesn't want to put your son in danger. We will find a way.
No, Annie's right. There's no other way. I may not like it, but he can help you. He was meant to, like, help you.
Is that a yes? That is a yes! The storm continues to rage outside the slave hovel. The storm has passed. Vendors and street people clean up the mess and rebuild their food stalls. Jar Jar sits on a box in front of Watto's parts shop, watching all the activity with growing nervousness. R2 is standing next to him. Padme stops Qui-Gon as he is about to enter the shop.
Are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know. The Queen will never approve.
The Queen does not need to know.
Well, I don't approve.
Qui-Gon turns and starts into the shop. Watto and Anakin are in the middle of an animated discussion in Huddies.
I think Jar Jar is a gangster. A 1950s gangster. See.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, if it is gangster, say
I'll inform him of this.
He's gonna love that.
All right, I'm gonna do Watto as Millhouse since I don't have a whole lot
Yeah,
going on
cool.
over here.
Watto and Anakin are in the middle of an animated discussion in Hutties.
Pada Gabala.
No, Bada.
Pedunky, Maki, Celia.
Bano. Qui-Gon walks in and Watto and Anakin join him.
The boy tells me you want to sponsor He Ins a Race. You can't afford parts. How can you do this? Not on Republic credits, I think.
My ship will be the entry fee.
Qui-Gon pulls a small object that looks like a watch out of his pocket, and a hologram of the Naboo spacecraft appears about a foot long in front of Watto. He studies it.
Not bad. Not bad. A Nubian, huh?
What's the...
Quick.
It's in good order, except for the parts we need.
But what would the boy ride? He smashed up my pod in the last race. It'll take some time to fix it.
Anakin is embarrassed and steps forward. It wasn't my fault, really. Sebulba flashed me with his vent ports. I actually saved the pod, mostly.
That you did? The boy is good. No doubts there.
I have acquired a pod in a game of chance, the fastest ever built.
Well, I hope you didn't kill anyone I know for it. So, you supply the pod and the entry fee. I supply the boy. We split the winnings 50-50, I think.
50-50. If it's going to be 50-50, I suggest you front the cash for the entry. If we win, you keep all the winnings, minus the cost of the parts I need. If we lose, you keep my ship.
Watto thinks about this. Anakin tries not to be nervous.
Either way, you win.
Deal. Yobana Pihota Media.
Obi-Wan stands outside the Naboo spacecraft, speaking into his comlink. Qui-Gon is on the back porch of the hovel.
What if this plan fails, Master? Could be Master. What if this plan fails? We could be stuck here for a long time.
A ship without power supply will not get us anywhere, and there's something about this boy.
Something on the wing of the plane.
Oh, that's right.
Qui-Gon puts the comlink away as Shmi comes onto the porch. Padme, Anakin, Jar Jar, and R2 work on the engines of the pod racer in the courtyard below.
You should be proud of your son. He gives without any thought of reward.
He knows nothing of greed. He has
special powers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He can see things before they happen. That's why he appears to have such quick reflexes. It is a Jedi trait.
He deserves better than a slave's life.
This is weird for me, by the way.
You're just talking to yourself.
Yeah. The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear. Who's his father?
They're Tim, Brad, and James. Who else? Was it Friday? Sorry. That was my ballad. There was no father that I know of.
Bullshit.
Hey, listen, I am not a slut. I carried him. I gave him birth. I can't explain what happened. Can you help him?
I'm afraid not. He was born in the Republic. We would have to identify him early, and he would have to become a Jedi, no doubt. He has the way, but it's too late for him now. He's too old.
Kitster, a young boy about Anakin's age. Seek, a boy of 10. Amy, a girl of 6. And Wald, a Greedo type, 6 years old. Join Anakin, Jar Jar, R2, and Padme, securing some wiring. Padme and Jar Jar! This is my friend Kitster, and Seek, Amy, and Wald!
Wow, I'm a real asteroid. How'd you get so lucky?
This isn't the half of it! I'm entered into the Boonta race tomorrow!
What? With this?
Were you Wald?
Wait, who's
Okay.
who?
Wald?
I thought.
I need just not joker.
He's the tiny Rhodian.
Who's Amy?
That's you.
That's you.
Go for it.
Okay, cool.
You've been working on that thing for years. It's never gonna run.
See, go for it.
Yeah, come on. Let's go play ball. Keep it up, Annie. You gotta beat Bug Squash.
Seek, Wald, and Amy take off, laughing.
We're children.
I picked the booger.
Jar Jar is fiddling with one of the energy binder plates. Hey, Jar Jar!
What?
Stay away from those energy
Oh, you're
binders!
a 1950s gangster.
Yeah,
Who?
1950s
Oh, especially you.
ganger.
See?
Yeah.
What? For Jar Jar?
Yeah, you're a
Yeah.
1950s
You're like,
gangster.
haha.
Oh,
Gangster.
Mesa?
So, no. Yeah.
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 Oh, Mesa kid? Get out of here, scram.
If your hand gets caught in that beam, it will go numb for hours! Jar Jar peeks at the energy plate.
Yeah, I'll see about that, kid.
It makes a little electronic pop, zaps him in the mouth, and jumps back.
Whoa!
Jar Jar tries to say something, but his mouth is numb and his words are garbled.
Hello, hello. Oh, it's that more boy Jar Jar, huh?
I'm still a boy, and this is what I'm saying. But you don't even know if this thing will run.
It will! Qui-Gon approaches the group and gives Anakin a small battery. Jar Jar gets his hand caught in the afterburner and tries to tell Anakin, but can't get words out that make sense.
I think it's time we find out. Use this power charge.
Yes, sir! Anakin jumps into the little capsule behind the 2 giant engines. He puts the power back in the dashboard. Everyone backs away except for Jar Jar, who calls for help. Finally, Padme frees him and the engines ignite with a roar. Everyone cheers!
Oh, yeah.
Obi-Wan is now Zoidberg.
Oh, wow. All right. Shmi, watching from the porch, smiles sadly. Anakin sits on the balcony rail of his hovel as Qui-Gon tends to his cut. The boy leans back to look at the vast blanket of the stars of the sky.
Sit still, Annie. Let me clean this cut.
There are so many! Do they have a system of planets?
Most of them.
Has anyone been to them all?
Not likely.
I want to be the first one to see them all. Ouch!
They're good as new. I stole your blood.
Shmi yells from inside the hovel. Damn it.
Annie, bedtime.
Qui-Gon scrapes Anakin's blood onto a comlink chip, totally without permission. What are you doing?
Checking your blood for infections.
I've never seen.
Annie, I'm like not
Warning.
right.
Mods key gonna Skippy the bush kangaroo for just a page or so. Not a permanent switch.
Do you
Qui-Gon
Skippy the
is
bush
mine.
kangaroo?
Bush kangaroo.
Yeah.
For only a page.
1 page.
Or ish.
All right, you'll find
as long
out
as
why.
you feel like doing
Oh,
it.
God.
find
This
out
is gonna be.
why.
Oh boy.
Oh, God.
I'm
You
excited.
can keep doing it.
All right.
Okay, this whole page, Qui-Gon.
All right.
It's pronounced Chi-Gon.
Oh, it's Qui-Gon. So I was like, Annie, like bedtime. Oh, wasn't there a? Annie, I'm not going to tell you again. So this is Skippy, guys.
Yeah.
So just follow along if you can.
Oh, God. Oh no.
Doesn't speak!
Anakin rolls his eyes and runs into the
It's
hovel.
a perfect page for this to happen.
Yeah, we don't need exposition.
Nah.
Not for this movie.
Morning.
all Qui-Gon.
Time for Riri to sing his lines.
Oh, all right, but I don't have to be Jim. Jim Stewart Allen, how does he like have a throat? His voice is very challenging. Okay,
Did you want to sing those instead?
I'm gonna sing my Anakin lines,
Yeah.
not my narration, just for the sake of getting through this.
Yeah, we have an hour left.
God.
And we're not even halfway.
Yeah.
We're like in the first
Are we
act.
not?
This
Alright, so
script
we've
is
gotta-
terrible.
Do we?
like
do we
we're-
do things in double time now?
I think though we've made the script better than it's ever
I
been
think we
before.
do.
I would say
Yeah.
no to double time just because we should just still
Yeah,
read it. Because
we'll
if
just-
it's
Let's
double
do it,
time,
guys.
it'll become incoherent.
Do we do
Yeah.
a page of double time while I'm doing Skippy?
Oh God. Well, the
That's
skipping
okay.
pages will go faster.
I'm about to do a scene with Skippy, and I'm really excited about it. Let me
I
do the
need to
scene with Skippy.
channel.
All right, guys.
It's
Back
Australian talking to a kangaroo. Can we just appreciate that for a second?
everyone from front page. This is actually the Phantom Menace that may surprise you. Anakin rolls his eyes and runs into the hovel. Qui-Gon takes the blood-stained chip and inserts it into the comm link, then calls Obi-Wan.
Oh no. I think did we do all that?
No, we did
Oh,
not.
I'm last.
Where are we? Oh.
Yes, Master. Wait a minute.
Where are we?
All right, I've got it.
I don't know.
Something must be wrong with the transmission. Strange. The transmission seems to be in good order, but the reading's off the chart. Over 20,000. Even Master Yoda doesn't have a midichlorian count that high. What does it mean?
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. I feel like I've let my entire country down.
No, I've let your entire country down. That's
Oh, touché.
yeah.
The Jedi Knight looks up and sees Shmi in the doorway watching him. Embarrassed, she goes back in the kitchen while Qui-Gon ponders the situation. The sinister-looking Sith spacecraft lands on top of a desert mesa at dusk, scattering a herd of banthas. Darth Maul walks to the edge of the mesa and studies the landscape with a pair of electro binoculars. He picks out the lights of 3 different cities in the distance, then pushes the buttons on his
we all lost, or
electronic
am I-
armband
my turn?
at the bottom of the page. 6 football-sized probe droids float out of the ship and head off in 3 different directions toward the cities. Darth Maul stands on the mesa and watches them through his electro binoculars. Padme exits the hovel. Watto. I think? No, just
no.
kidding. I've moved 2 pages at once.
Yep.
As the twin suns
You're singing.
rise. I'm singing when I'm speaking my lines.
Oh yeah.
Just for all our sanity. As the twin suns rise, R2 is busy painting the racing pod. Anakin asleep. Padme passes R2.
I hope you're about finished.
R2 whistles a positive reply. Padme sees Kitster riding toward them on an Neope, a strange camel-like creature. He's leading.
Warning. I hereby inflict a German accent upon Anakin.
Oh.
Okay, I'll do German singing. Oh God, I'm so sorry to every German person here in the world.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They owe
Anakin,
us.
he looks very vulnerable as he sleeps. She watches him, then touches him on the cheek. Anakin wakes up, yawns, and looks at her a little puzzled. Oh God. You were in my dream. You were leading. You were leading a huge army into the battle.
I hope not. I hate fighting. Your mother wants you to come in and clean up. We have to leave soon. Anakin. Oh, that's you.
Stands up and stretches just as Kitster arrives. Hook them up. Hook one up, Kitster. It won't be long. Where's Qui-Gon?
He and Jar Jar are left already. They're with Watto at the arena.
Race crews mill about outside the main hangar. I'm more wrapping this, by the way. The hangar is a large building with a dozen or so pod racers being readied for the race. Alien crews and pilots rush about, making last-minute fixes on their vehicles. Watto, Qui-Gon, and Jar Jar walk through the activity.
I want to see your spaceship the moment the race is over.
Patience, my blue friend. Be patient. You will have your wings before the sun sets, and we'll be far away from here.
Not if your ship belongs to me, I think. I warn you. No funny business.
You do not think that Anakin will win?
Watto stops before an orange racer, sitting to one side, having his shoulders and neck Massaged by Twin Yobana.
Twin Yobana.
Get your hands off my Yobana.
Oh.
Don't get me.
Various.
Oh, they have names.
Oh God.
Wait, twin Yovanas? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
there's Sebulba.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, though. I have great faith in the boy. He's a credit to your race, but Sebulba there is gonna win, I think.
Why?
He always wins. I'm betting heavily on Sebulba.
I'll take that bet.
Huh? What? What do you mean?
I'll wager my new racing pod against, say, the boy and his mother.
A pod for slaves? I don't think so. Well, perhaps. Just one. The mother, maybe. The boy isn't for sale.
The boy is small. He can't be worth much.
Watto shakes his head.
For the fastest pod ever built.
Watto shakes his head again.
Both or no bet.
No pod's worth 2 slaves. Not by a long shot. 1 slave or nothing.
The boy, then.
Watto pulls out a small cube from his pocket.
We'll let fate decide. Blue is the boy, red his mother.
Watto tosses down the D20. Qui-Gon lifts his hand slightly. It turns blue. Qui-Gon smiles. Watto is angry.
Oh! You won this time! You won the small toss, Outlander, but you won't win the race, so it makes little difference. Oh!
Anakin and Padme enter the hangar on one of the...
Get active in that chat room.
Get active in the chat room!
Guys, Millhouse is tearing up my throat. If you want to change it at any time.
Change all of our stuff.
Yeah. Change our stuff.
Swap some characters
Save
back
me from
to
this
people.
German singing hell.
I'm doing Chris Pine, who does, do you know he does the BMW voice? He's the voice of the commercials.
Oh, that makes sense.
So everything I'm doing is one of the BMW
Yeah.
commercials.
Yeah.
Trying. It doesn't sound close to it.
Anakin and Padme enter the hangar. On one of the Eopie is pulling an engine. Kitster on the other Eopie is pulling another engine, with 3PO walking alongside. R2 trundles behind, pulling the pod with Shmi sitting on it. Watto passes Anakin as he leaves.
Bona Pakisa Patiso. Owana Miti Chobod.
Watto walks off laughing. But what did he mean by that?
I'll tell you later.
R2 beeps at 3PO.
Oh my, space travel sounds rather perilous.
R2 emits a series of beeps.
I can assure you they will never get me onto one of those dreadful starships.
Oh, good joke, C-3PO. Because you're in all the movies.
I get it. R2
He's not
emits a
obnoxious.
series of beeps.
I'm Oreo.
Wait. Oh, it's
Where are
Kitster.
we? Look at this.
Kitster.
That's you.
Oh, that is me, because I'm a little boy.
Hey, Kid
Now
Star.
I'm a little boy.
Oh, it's the best line. It's the best line ever.
Oh, this is such a
Say
great
it like
line.
you mean
Say
it.
it, Bert.
Fucking do it right.
Say it.
I'm a little boy. I have to say, this is so wizard.
I died a little bit inside, guys.
That's not the whole line.
Yeah, there's more,
But
man.
I know, I don't.
Say the whole thing. It's your favorite movie, Bert.
It was
This
so
is
what?
so wizard.
With passion.
I'm sure you'll do it this time, Annie. Ha-ha!
That was Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, it's still me.
So you.
Do what?
Finish the race, of course.
You've never won a race?
Well, not exactly.
You've not even finished?
Anakin looks sheepish. But Kitster's right. I will this time.
Of course you will.
One of Darth Maul's probe droids slowly floats down the main street.
Remember
Tatooine.
Darth Maul, kids? He's in the movie.
He's the cool one. It looks in shops and studies and people as it searches for Obi-Wan Qui-Gon, also wrote as Qui-Gon, or the Queen. An extreme high wide angle reveals a vast arena in the Tatooine desert. A large semicircular amphitheater that holds at least 100,000 people dominates the landscape. Large viewing platforms loom over the racetrack. A two-headed announcer describes the scene.
Togi, Tong Mi Cha Kulka, Dubanta Magi, Tassos Azulas Uval Pod Races. That's absolutely right, and a big turnout here from all corners of the Outer Rim territories. I see the contestants are making their way out onto the starting grid.
On the left side of the tracks, across from the grandstands, a line of pod racers emerge from the large hangar. Surrounded by several crew members, pods are pulled by a wide variety of creatures and are led by aliens carrying flags. The pilots stand facing the royal box.
Like me, Besto, I see Ben Quadranios from the Tun system, Gasgano Dua Nupa Ord Petrovia. Two-time winner, Bowls Roar, Putula Musta Wo Granny Champio Seboba Di Pixelitio, Splicista Buki Uki, and a late entry, Anakin Skywalker, a local boy. Wampa Pidunki Unko. I see the flaggers are moving onto the track.
Colorful canopies shade some of the spectators' vendors sell barbecued creature parts and colorful drinks. All the pilots bow from the waist as Jabba the Hutt enters the box.
Oh, Grandio Loose Jabba the Hoot, Amu Intioi Ta Parena.
Oh God.
It's the female.
The crowd roars. Several other slug-like huts follow along with humans and aliens. Several slave girls on chains are led alongside Jabba.
Oh, Chobaso, Tamki Chibunta Rulia, Kimara, Hodora Dio, Wondia, Sebolba Tota Pixieloto.
Sebulba, who is right next to Anakin, stands and waves to his fans. A small pep band plays as his fans wave and cheer. Kitster attaches the giant engines to Anakin's pod with a long cable. Shmi gives Anakin a big hug and kiss. She looks him right in the eye.
Be safe.
I will, Mom! I promise! She leaves as Anakin checks the cable hitches. Jabba.
Middle of the page.
Ma Hornet Torta Hawk, Teamto Pagelius Tuta Munes Mandal, Anakin Skywalker Tuta Tatooine.
The crowd yells. Anakin waves to the crowd as Jabba continues with his introductions. Sebulba moves over to one of Anakin's engines. Kitster and Jar Jar unhitch the Opies, and Kitster leads them away. R2 beeps that everything is okay. Jar Jar pats Anakin on the back.
This very loony, Annie. May goods be kind, Misa Palo.
Padme comes up and gives Anakin a little kiss on the cheek. He's 9. Sebulba bangs on a part protruding from Anakin's engine. He looks around to see if anyone has noticed.
You carry all our hopes.
I read you carry all our happies.
I won't let you down. Padme moves away as Sebulba edges his way next to Anakin and gives him a sinister grin.
Basta wohata shag, dobiela nok, yoka tobanta pudu.
9U.
That's all.
Chaskundida paslimo. Anakin looks at the evil Sebulba in the eye with a cold stare. Qui-Gon approaches and Sebulba backs off towards his racer.
Ka baza kundi, Hadruda.
The crowd lets out a loud cheer. Qui-Gon helps Anakin
the race
into
begin.
his pod. He straps himself into the tiny racer.
Are you all set, Annie? Now remember, concentrate on the moment. Feel, don't think. Trust your instincts.
Smiles.
May the Force be with you. Drink.
All right. Qui-Gon steps away as Anakin puts on his goggles. The pilots flip switches and powerful energy of binders shoot between the engines. Anakin flips a switch and his engine starts. The incredible roar of high-powered engines igniting echoes throughout the arena. One driver, Odie Mandrell, yells at the droid DUM-4 to get away from the front of the engine. The crowd is tense. I'm amazed that every droid in this is named.
Yeah, they gave him names.
Oh yeah.
The giant powerhouse.
Action figures.
Oh, God. The giant powerhouse engines torque as the pilots gun them. The pilots flip switches and powerful energy binders shoot between the engines. Aliens carrying large flags move off the track. Jar Jar covers his eyes.
Misa no one. See, Dason gonna be messy. Ya power coca do rundy. Hey, it looks like they're clearing the grid.
Shmi looks nervously to Qui-Gon as he enters a viewing platform. Padme and Jar Jar are already on board. The platform rises like an elevator.
Is he nervous?
He's fine.
You Jedi are too reckless. The Queen.
The Queen trusts my judgment, young handmaid, and you should too.
You assume too much.
Start your engines.
The earth-pounding roar of the engines revving is deafening. Jabba bites off the head of a frog and spits it at a gong, signaling the start of the race. On a bridge over the track, a green light at the center flashes. The pod racers shoot forward with high-pitched
As the
screams.
riveting beginning of this pod race starts.
Riveting.
I'm gonna do a quick.
Riveting. He bit the head off the frog.
riveting.
Beginning of the start.
Yeah, an animal
I
died.
want this to never end.
Riveting.
Guys, I'm gonna do a quick spinning the wheel. We've got 3 names here. We gotta spin this wheel.
Spin some names.
Spin the wheel. All right, you guys give me a drum roll, please.
We got 40 minutes left of the movie.
It'll stop. Use the force.
Sociology. Eat.
Whoa.
What do we got here? Special edition Valiant RPG rulebook.
Oh, shit. That's leather, baby.
Yeah, another round book was signed by the Valiant RPG cast.
Dope.
Nice.
Next, for Jubal Harshaw 14, drum roll, please.
That's a droid.
Yeah, that's a droid.
Still going.
Wizard.
So, wizard.
All right, we've got the Death from Above custom.
We've never given that away before, have we?
Oh my God.
Okay.
What's
That's
inside?
the last one,
$100?
No.
Cool. It's empty. Cool. It's so cool.
Anything to do.
Congratulations.
Nice.
All right, this last one is for Emily.
Emily. Oh,
Emily.
Now, guys,
Okay.
Emily?
beware. After this wheel spin, the next time we spin the wheel, there will be a Nintendo Switch on it.
Can I be in chat for that?
What we got? All right, we got a Criterion Blu-ray collection.
Ooh. It's hiding somewhere.
Hector wants it.
All right, we actually have 2 Blu-rays.
That's right.
I'll grab the other one. Paris, Texas, another Criterion Blu-ray.
Cool.
Shut up, Cameron.
Antichrist, the focus, dick smash.
Shut up, Cameron. Shut up.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler
Also,
alert.
guys, get ready because after this, we are going to be premiering the Hyper Sketch Show here tonight. So get ready for that. It's going to be amazing.
It's gonna be fun.
But let's get back to the shit show that is the Phantom Menace.
Look.
All right.
Yes.
Still better than Attack of the Clones.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because things happen. On a bridge over the track, Anakin's engines floods and coughs, then dies. All the other pod racers except one swerve around him and disappear down the track. The slave boy struggles to get his racer started. The two-headed announcer reports.
And thereof. Oh wait, little Skywalker has stalled.
Padme and Jar Jar are very disappointed with Anakin. Qui-Gon puts his arm around a very word Shmi to comfort him.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'd ship it. Finally, Anakin's engines ignite. He zooms away after the receding pack of competitors, leaving one quadra pod racer still trying to get started. The two-headed announcer describes the race as it progresses.
And there goes Skywalker. He'll be hard-pressed to catch up with the leaders today.
The pod racers fly across the desert. Sebulba is running neck and neck with Mohanic. They round the first turn in the track side by side. Sebulba drives his pod into his rival, forcing him to the wall of a large rock formation. Mohanic crashes in a spectacular and grisly display of fire and smoke. Anakin is much faster than the back-end stragglers and passes them easily. One of the drivers, Gascano, won't let Anakin by. Anakin tries to pass him on the side and is cut off. He then tries to pass him on the other side and is cut off. And they come up on a cliff drop-off. Anakin backs off, then guns it as Gascano goes over the cliff. Anakin, as it says, accelerates so fast that he sails right over the top of Gascano and speeds away. 4 Tusken Raiders. Yeah, exactly. One shot ricochets off the back of Anakin's pod.
One shot.
Looks like a few Tusken Raiders have camped out on the Canyon Dune turn, and we're totally okay with that. We don't care.
Just like NASCAR. Jabba the Hutt and the crowd watch the progress of the race on a small handheld view screens. Jar Jar is looking over the shoulder of a strange alien named Fanta.
Hey, where's Skywalker, eh?
Fanta moves the view screen out of Jar Jar's view. Padme, Shmi, and Qui-Gon watch another screen and look worried. R2 down the pits with Kitster lets out a worried sigh. The driver of the quadrupod looks worried. Wow, everyone's worried. Anakin's powering around the corners and over the hills and cliffs, passing other racers right and left. Sebulba is in the lead. He's being challenged by another racer, Xelbri. Sebulba slows a little as Xelbri pulls alongside. He opens a side vent on the racer's engines, and the exhaust starts to cut through the alien's engine. The blast cuts along the engine until finally it explodes. Sebulba deftly veers away. Anakin works his way through a dense mass of racers as they zoom over a dune sea. Use your imaginations, kicking up dust. His pod shakes violently as he goes over a jump on one of the pod racers. ODY catches one of his engines in the sand, and the whole thing explodes. Qui-Gon sits quietly, meditating. Padme and Shmi search the landscape for any signs of the racers. Jar Jar is still annoying. We'll just leave it at that.
Wait.
Still annoying.
No, there is no comma.
No, it's just Jar Jar is still annoying Fanta for information. Wow. The crowd screams. Watto is laughing with his friends, confident in Anakin's defeat. The quadrupod engines start just as the racers come around the corner. The driver, Ben Quadineros, puts it in gear. And 4 engines go off in all directions, exploding in a spectacular display. The pod drops to the ground as Sebulba enters the arena, closely followed by all the other racers. Kitster strains to see as R2 beeps excitedly.
There goes Quadraneros' power coupling. Sebulba Kapami Cheapa Wada.
Qui-Gon, Padme, Shmi, and Jar Jar yell for joy as Anakin passes. Jar Jar is very nervous and pounds on the back of his alien neighbor, Fanta.
What going on?
Don't you wanna?
Sorry.
Lap 2, Sebulba and the pack race against the main arena. The crowd stands and yells as the pod racers scream off into the distance. Qui-Gon and Padme look worried.
He must have crashed, see?
Here he comes.
Anakin continues to gain on the pack. Tension for Shmi and Padme is unbearable. Odie stops in the pits. Droids work on his engines. Dumb 4 stands in front of the engines and is sucked
Dumb
in,
4.
causing the engine to die. Dumb 4 spit out and the back of the engine very bent up. The engine lets out the final wheeze, then explodes in a puff of smoke.
Odie Mandrell Kuna Wawunda Dunko.
Droids, am I right, guys? They suck.
Droids.
Turder, another character we don't know about, is getting close to Sebulba, who purposely breaks a small part off his pod, sending it into Turder's engine, causing him to veer into Anakin and unhooks one of the main straps on Anakin's engine that links the pod to his engines. Anakin struggles to keep control of the little pod. It whips about wildly as the pod swings near the broken engine strap. Anakin grabs for it. Finally, he catches the strap and manages to unhook it to the pod. Sebulba cuts the engine of Obi-Toki with his side of exhaust, and the racer crashes with a cloud of dust. A third racer, Haba, flies into the cloud of dust and crashes into Obi.
I'm Haba, I'm gonna win.
Oh no, stakes are so high. Anakin rounds the corner.
Fuck Haba, man.
That was a dude. Anakin heads into the cloud of smoke. He hits a part of one of the engines, but regains control.
At the start of the third and final lap, Sebulba is in the lead, closely followed by Skywalker.
Anakin finally catches up with Sebulba and runs over the rough terrain. Jar Jar, Qui-Gon, Shmi, and Padme all scream. Anakin comes through the arena.
Ew.
The lights in the tower indicate that this is the third and last lap.
Sorry about that, guys. Breaker tripped. And
I didn't see him in
luckily
the
our
script.
server stayed up, but that means we lost everything that wasn't on the server. But your voices were still coming through.
Woohoo!
You're
So,
welcome.
cool.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
what's
a cool
important.
That
radio
really
play.
made this scene a lot more interesting, to be honest.
It had action.
Wow,
Cool.
Sebulba
And
uses
excitement.
his side exhaust port to try to cut through Anakin's engines. Anakin manages to avoid having his engines disabled but is forced, of course.
Skywalker is forced onto the service ramp. Oh, Noah!
That's how you say no.
It really says that.
It really
Noah!
does.
On a tight corner, Anakin dives to the inside and takes the lead.
Amazing! A control thrust, and he's back on the course. What a move!
Sebulba is furious. He stays right on Anakin's tail, crowding him and pushing him through the turns. Sebulba pushes Anakin harder, and then the young boy has a difficult time keeping control. One of the parts on Anakin's engine begins to shake loose. Anakin sees it, switches over to the auxiliary system. While he is trying to accomplish this maneuver, Sebulba races past him. Anakin tries to get around Sebulba to no avail. Every move Anakin makes, Sebulba is able to block. Finally, Anakin takes a move into the inside as he usually does. How would we know that? Then tries to go around Sebulba on the outside. They race side by side on the final stretch of the track, thank God.
He's catching Sebulba in Kabunga.
Incredible if you didn't know what that meant.
Sebulba veers toward Anakin and bangs into his pod. He crashes into Anakin over and over. The young boy struggles to maintain control as the steering rods of the two become hooked together. Sebulba laughs at Anakin.
The little human being is out of his mind. Boonta Tapunda, they're side by side, bungo to bungo.
Neck and neck is a pun.
Oh, shoulder to shoulder.
Because they're neck and neck.
As they
I'm not
head
gonna give
for
this
the
movie any credit for anything.
As they
Sorry,
head
Maude.
for the final stretch, Anakin fights to unlock the steering rods, trying to pull away from Sebulba. The strain on the steering rod is tremendous. Suddenly, Anakin's steering arm breaks, and his paw starts spinning.
Someone needs to get fired.
The release of tension sends Sebulba into an ancient statue. One Anakin explodes, then the other. How convenient. Sebulba skids through the fireballs, blackened but unhurt. He slides to a smoking stop, gets out of his racer, and throws what's left of a shifter arm on the ground. Suddenly, he realizes pants are on fire.
Oh.
He struggles
Liar,
to let them out.
liar.
Anakin flies through the explosion as the crowd stands cheering. Padme and Jar Jar jump up and down with excitement. Padme screaming for joy. R2 and Fisker whistle hysterically. Qui-Gon and she smile.
Yeah,
She
we're gonna
smile.
fuck.
Anakin.
I hope so.
Anakin races over the finish
Better
line
movie.
Good
as the
anthology
winner.
movie.
The two-headed announcer excitedly calls the
It's
finish.
Skywalker. The crowd are going nuts. Oh,
But grammar is terrible.
As Anakin stops the pod racer, Kister turns up and they embrace. Hundreds of
Kister?
spectators
Never met her.
join them and put Anakin
At least
on
they're
their
the right age
shoulders.
for each other.
True.
Marching off, cheering and chanting, Darth Maul's probe droids move through the crowd.
Oh, who cares?
Several aliens leave Watto's box, laughing and counting their money. Watto sees Qui-Gon standing in the doorway.
You swindled me! You knew the boy was gonna win! Somehow you knew I lost! You knew it! I lost everything!
Watto flies up to Qui-Gon and puts his face right up against Qui-Gon's. Qui-Gon simply smiles.
Whenever you gamble, my friend, eventually you'll lose. Bring the parts to the main hangar. I'll come by your shop later so you can release that boy.
You can't have him! It wasn't a fair bet!
Would you like to discuss it with the Hutts? I'm sure they can settle this.
No, I want no more of your tricks. Take him.
Also, Watto's kind of in the right here because he definitely flipped the die around earlier. The Sith probe droid watches with great interest. The main hangar is almost deserted as racers depart. Jar Jar gives Anakin a great hug, then Padme gives him a hug. It lingers, then Shmi.
Get the fuck off my son. Ew.
Oh, gee, enough of this.
It's so wonderful, Annie. You brought hope to those who have none. I'm so, proud of you.
We owe you everything.
Just feeling this good was worth it. In the background, Qui-Gon has harnessed the EOP containers full of parts.
Padme, Jar Jar, let's go. We've got to get these parts back to the ship.
The group walks over to Qui-Gon and then EOPs. Padme climbs down. Behind Qui-Gon, Jar Jar swings up on the second EOP, only to slowly slide off the other side. R2 whistles. Anakin and Shmi wave as they ride off.
I'll return the Yopis by midday.
R2 cruises ahead of Qui-Gon and Padme, who are riding on one of the EOPs. Jar Jar rides the other. They stop in front of the sleek Naboo spacecraft. Obi-Wan comes out of the ship and joins them.
Start getting the hyperdrive generator installed. I'm going back. Some unfinished business. I won't be long.
Oh, why do I sense we've picked up another pathetic life form?
Wow. I forgot.
I can smell the cigar. Oh, who are you? Zoidberg.
No, Zoidberg, yeah.
Why would we do that anyway?
You there, get me a sandwich from the dumpster.
Isn't it more back in his throat?
Yes, it is.
No, you can do it. You
Yes,
can do
it
it.
is.
I
I
know you can
can-
do it.
Oh, you there, get me a sandwich from the dumpster.
There you go.
That's good.
Careless, I think is the trick.
Careless?
Yeah. It's the boy who's responsible for getting those parts.
Okay.
On a hill far.
Don't touch me there.
On a hill far overlooking the Naboo spacecraft, the Sith probe droid turns and speeds away. Anakin and Greedo are rolling around on the floor. Greedo are rolling around on the floor, fighting. About a dozen or so kids are standing around them, yelling. Suddenly, a long shadow is cast over the two boys. They stop fighting and look up. Qui-Gon is towering above them. Kitster's with them.
I'm here too. All right. What's this?
He said I cheated.
Did you?
No!
Do you still think he cheated?
Yeah.
Well, Annie, you know the truth. You will have to tolerate his opinion. Fighting won't change it.
Qui-Gon moves off down the street. Anakin follows. The Greedo wanders over to Wald, who has been
Okay,
watching
Greedo
the
is the
Gungans.
name. It's
Yeah,
a Rhodian,
exactly.
and I've got a real problem
This
with
is
that.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was like,
great.
is
I thought so too.
A Greedo? It's
It's straight up.
This is
they
a
straight up made it
transcript.
Greedo.
Yeah.
and
This
it's
is a
so
transcript.
But keep
This
this
is
up,
a deleted
Guido,
scene.
and you're
It
gonna
is.
come to a bad end. Now I'm calling.
They just didn't
it
know how
Greedo.
else to describe him.
No,
so
no,
they're like,
it is.
"It's
It
a
is
Greedo."
Greedo, and it's so stupid.
Oh, it
Oh, it is actually
It's
Greedo?
It's Greedo.
Oh, let's all
and
take
it's
this
so-
seriously
It
for a
is
second.
the
It's
Greedo.
actually
And his name
Greedo.
is
It's
Greedo.
Greedo.
That's even dumber.
That's why they deleted this
That's why.
scene.
That's why when you get a line that goes, "Keep this up, and you'll meet in a
A
man."
bad end.
Doink.
He gets shot
Foreshadowing.
First. Wow, what is this message? It's like determinism or something. Jeez. God, Qui-Gon.
Wasn't there also a version of the script that had like a little kid Han Solo?
Yeah.
In like episode 1? Yeah. I hope it's in this version. Episode 2?
We
All
won't
right.
get there.
There was.
Anyways, moving on.
Let's just go to the
I'm
hovel.
sorry.
Let's go to the hovel.
Yeah.
Shmi's cleaning up as Anakin bursts through the door, followed by Qui-Gon. Mom, he sold the pod. Look at the money we have.
Just want to remind the internet they can change voices.
Please do.
to remind you.
Or
I
50
shouldn't
to
have
make
to
us
be a
switch
German
roles.
singer.
Yeah, you can also change it to just normal. Just read something normal.
That'd be great. I haven't even done actual Anakin voice.
Yeah.
Oh
Jake
my
Lloyd.
goodness. Becky, look at that's wonderful.
And Anakin has been freed.
What?
You are no longer a slave.
Anakin jumps for joy. Shmi is stunned. Did you hear that, Mom? Was that part of the prize or what?
Let's just say Watto has learned an important
thank
lesson about
goodness.
gambling.
Now you can make your dreams come true, Annie. You're free. Oh my god, what is that?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey, will you take me out to dinner? Will you take him with you? Is he to become a Jedi?
Our meeting was not a coincidence. Nothing happens by accident. You are strong with the Force, but you may not be accepted by the Council.
Hey Jedi, mighty blasters, you mean I get to go with you and your starship and everything? Qui-Gon kneels down to the boy.
Anakin, training to be a Jedi will not be an easy challenge, and if you succeed, it will be a hard life.
But if it's what I want, what I've always dreamed about, can I go, Mom?
Singing Dracula is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what we're hearing.
This path has been placed for you, Annie. The choice to take it is yours alone.
Anakin thinks, oh, please, God, please.
Anakin in the Ryrie death metal promposal voice for 1 page.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ, that's even worse. Okay,
For
that's
one
even
page.
worse.
Only one page.
One page.
Anakin has a lot of lines on this fucking page, you guys.
Get ready. Get ready.
Yay. Okay.
Okay.
Where were we?
Oh, no.
I think we were in.
Anakin thinks, looks to his mother, then to Qui-Gon.
We're gonna get the best line though. This is the best line.
Yep, yeah.
Oh, God.
Thank goodness.
Oh, wait.
Thank goodness that was in the script.
Change it before the page is done. You guys aren't looking at the page. Let's hear it.
I want to go!
Then pack your things. We haven't much time.
Yippee! I can't do this voice. I'm not a young man anymore. Anakin hugs his mom and starts for the other room, then stops. Shmi and Qui-Gon give each other a knowing look.
Aha! Knowing look!
Whoa!
Anakin has realized something. It's his sexuality. What about Mom? Is she free too? You're coming, aren't you, Mom?
I tried to free your mother, Annie.
Not that hard.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
No.
But Watto wouldn't have it.
But the money from selling.
It's not nearly enough.
Shmi comes over to her son and sits next to him, taking both of his hands in hers. She draws him close.
Son, my place is here. My future is here. It is time for you to let go. So let go of me. I cannot go with you.
Nobody's ever changed Shmi's voice, and I'm fine with it. It's been awesome this whole time.
The worst thing is, I actually do a really good Shmi.
I know
and
you
I
do,
was
and you
denied
never get a
from
chance
this
to do
spot.
it. When I asked you to come and do this,
Girl Shmi.
when I was like, "Ma, do you want to come and do this?" She's like,
I
"Yeah,
do
I do a
a
killer
main
Shmi,"
Shmi.
and that was the only character request for any of this casting.
30 seconds in.
Yeah,
It's like
Valley
totally
Girl.
fine, I guess.
That's really
yeah.
funny.
Anyway.
If you were gonna do
It
maybe
works too
one
well.
or two last lines in the original voice,
It would be
It would be now, but the scene that nobody's
This
gonna
is
change
it.
it. So
I want to stay with you. I don't want things to change.
You can't stop change any more than you can stop the suns from setting. Listen to your feelings, Annie. You know what's right spiritually.
Anakin takes a deep breath, drops his head. Qui-Gon and Shmi exchange a look of concern. When Anakin raises up, there are tears in his eyes.
Oh, please. Riri can stop singing and being German, but now he has to be Zach.
Okay, it's time for Zach then.
Okay.
All right, right.
Wow.
Um,
I'm gonna miss you so much, dum dum.
I love you. Annie, now hurry.
Oh, this is
Anakin
sad.
Shmi hug. Anakin whispers, "Do better."
Thank you.
I will watch after him. You have my word. Will you be all right?
He was in my... No, fuck it, I'm doing it, guys. He was in my life for such a short time. You know she does that?
Yeah, that was great.
Beautiful.
Oh man,
on
the internet
Shmi.
But
fucked
like
up.
such a short time. Like I'm already over it.
I'll just have another kid magically. I'm not a
pop it
slut.
out.
I don't even
I'll just-
want the first one.
I mean, I called it Annie. I obviously hated it.
Guys, what is this virgin or whore? Fuck the patriarchy. What is this?
Okay, Maud can do her Smee voice. Oh, is it too late?
Yep,
No,
it's too
no,
late.
no.
Well, P.
Just
La-
be
last-
Shmi
one more
voice for your
page.
next
Last
character.
2 pages. Wait, last 2 pages. Ready? Or last 2 lines. Anakin and Shmi hug. Anakin runs into the other room.
Yeah. We're gonna do it again.
Thank you. That's all I get. Thank you. He was in my life for I did that.
She
But no,
just did
you
that.
do Qui-Gon and... Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
you should
all
do
right.
your Shmi voice for a different
No,
character.
she's on one more page.
Oh,
she's on
cool.
one.
Yeah.
I
Anakin
was
is throwing the
afraid
rest
this
of the
is
things
it.
in a small backpack. As he leaves, he stops and pushes the button that wakes his droid up. 3PO stares at him blankly. Well, 3PO, I'm free, and I'm going away in a starship, whatever.
Master Annie, you are my maker, and I wish you well. Although I'd like it better if I were a little less naked.
I'm not really sorry I wasn't able to finish you, 3PO.
I'm not very sorry.
Give you coverings and all. I'm gonna miss working on you, because that's all I do. You've been a great pal. I'll make sure Mom doesn't sell you or anything. Bye.
Sell me?
3PO stares at Anakin as he rushes out of the room. Oh, yeah, you got that. Kister runs up to Anakin as he and Qui-Gon exit Anakin's hovel. Shmi stands in the doorway. Anakin pulls a handful of coins out of his pocket and gives them to Kister.
I'm a boy, so there are so many of us who want to say, Annie, you're a hero.
I gotta go. Qui-Gon has moved a short way down the street.
Well, you're so swell, Zach. I mean, Annie, thanks for everything you've given us. You're my best friend.
You're my best friend.
Anakin hugs Kitster and runs toward Qui-Gon, then steps to look back at his mother standing in the doorway. He turns to Qui-Gon, then turns around, back to his mother, starting to cry. I can't do it, Mom. I just can't. Shmi hugs Anakin. Qui-Gon watches from the distance. She kneels down and looks him in the face.
Annie, remember when you climbed the Great Dune in order to chase the Banthas away so they wouldn't be shot? Remember how you collapsed several times, exhausted, thinking that you couldn't do it? This is one of those times where you have to do something you don't think you can do. I know how strong you are, Annie. I know you can do this.
Will I ever see you again?
What does your heart tell you?
I hope so, I guess.
Then we will see each other again.
It's gonna be real sad though. Episode 2.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll become a
Well,
Jedi.
it's not gonna be a good
and
time.
I'll come back and free you, Mom. I promise.
No matter where you are, my love will be with you. Now be brave and don't look back. Don't look back.
That was a really
Yeah,
good
it was
schmear.
very good.
That was a
really
very
good.
good schmear.
Yeah.
It's almost like if I wish
It's
I
like
had
she's-
had it the whole time.
I don't know. I liked Valley Girl Schmear.
Yeah, Valley Girl Schmear.
Wait.
Whoever did that, thank you very much.
It
No
turned
matter
into-
where you are, my love will always be with you. Now be brave. Don't look back. Don't look back. All right.
I really want her to end up with Qui-Gon.
I love
Qui-Gon's
you.
be Qui-Gon. But my Key-Gon.
I love you so much.
Don't forget about Glee.
Shmi hugs Anakin, then turns around so he's facing Qui-Gon and off to the marches.
Bye.
Off he marches like the
Bye.
brave little trooper he is.
That's my boy. Bye.
Little Annie.
He marches right past Qui-Gon, staring right ahead, tears in his eyes, determined to not look back. The probe droid beeps and whistles to Darth Maul. The Sith Lord gets on a speeder bike and follows the probe droid into Mos Espa. Anakin and Qui-Gon exit Wattos and stop before Jiro's fruit stand. Anakin hands Jiro some coins.
This is another delightful
I've
scene.
been freed. I'm
Is
going
it?
away.
Jiro?
Buy
I'm
yourself
Jiro?
a cooling unit
We're
or
making
something. Yeah, or otherwise, like, I'll have to worry about you.
She's the old lady.
Jira is astonished. She stares,
Old lady?
not knowing what to say.
Okay. Can I give you a hug?
Nope. She does not give him a hug.
I miss you, Eddie. There isn't a kinder boy in the galaxy. You be careful.
Boy, I'm glad they cut this scene.
This is so bad. This movie's so bad, you guys.
Can I interject totally like above level?
Yeah.
Like this, now reading it makes
Yeah.
me feel like, no, dude. Like,
I'm mad.
we can write things. Like, doesn't
Yeah.
matter
Yeah.
what it is.
We
just,
can.
Just
Yeah.
as a people,
Yeah.
write whatever you want, and just you know,
If this can happen, you can.
This
you can happen.
Someone,
That's my point.
Someone put up millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars
To make
I
this.
can't
to
even
make this
count that
vision
high.
become a real thing.
Yeah.
It's like a high number.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
All right,
There you
screw
go.
it. I'm
Follow
writing my
your
Scooby-Doo
dreams.
movie script when I get home tonight.
Yeah.
Screw it. And it's
And-
going to be really good.
Perfect.
Skippy, don't.
Right.
Anakin runs to join Qui-Gon, who has already started down the street. As they walk along together, Qui-Gon notices something out of the corner of his eye. Suddenly, without breaking his stride, he ignites his laser sword, swings
Back to
around,
laser
Laser
sword.
sword.
I got the.
and lunges forward and cuts a lurking
to-
probe droid in half. Qui-Gon inspects the sparking and fizzing droid. What is it?
Oh, someone said. Oh no, I haven't done it yet though. Probe droid, very unusual. Not like anything I've seen before. Come on.
Qui-Gon and Anakin start running. Qui-Gon-
Somebody pay to get Hector to do Shaggy's voice. It's really good.
Guys, we got 15 minutes left. We got to change Maud's voice. We got to change
Yeah.
Bert's voice. We got to change Emma's voice. We got to give Abby something awesome to do.
Yeah, let's do it. Qui-Gon and Anakin run toward the Naboo spacecraft. Anakin is having a hard time keeping
I've
up.
also realized that Qui-Gon has 90% of the lines in this movie.
Yeah.
It seems
This is
like.
Qui-Gon's
Qui-Gon.
movie.
Yeah.
Like, Anakin doesn't show up for the first 3
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Master Qui-Gon.
And we're not sad about that,
Sir-
though.
Wait. Qui-Gon turns around.
You guys can
turns to
change
answer.
Qui-Gon, and you can change
Yeah.
Vader. You can
It's true.
change.
Qui-Gon turns to answer and sees a dark cloaked figure bearing down on a speeder bike.
It's my favorite line in the movie.
What is it? Oh. Anakin, drop.
Anakin drops to the ground just as Darth Maul sweeps over him. Darth Maul jumps off his speeder bike, and before he has hit the ground, the Sith Lord has swung a death blow with his laser
is
sword
the
that is
shit.
barely blocked by Qui-Gon. Anakin picks himself up. The two galactic warriors, Sith and Jedi, are bashing each other
Dun, dun,
with
dun, dun, dun,
incredible
dun, dun, dun,
blows.
dun, 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 dun,
They
dun.
move in a continual cloud of dust, smashing everything around them. This is a fierce fight. Anakin gets up, bewildered by the confrontation.
Annie, get to the ship. Take off. Go, go.
Qui-Gon struggles to fend off the relentless onslaught as Anakin races to the ship. Anakin runs to the main hallway of the spaceship where Padme and Captain Panaka are working. Qui-Gon's in trouble. He says to take off now.
Who are you?
He's a friend.
Captain
What was
Panaka.
that?
I was moving on. Just keep going.
Okay. He's a friend.
Another random one-off. Just keep going.
Captain Panaka, Anakin, and Padme rush into the cockpit where Obi-Wan and Rick Oley are checking the hyperdrive.
Qui-Gon is in trouble. He says to take off.
I don't see anything. Over there, fly low.
In the distance is a small cloud of dust. Qui-Gon and Darth Maul continue their sword battle, leaping over one another in incredible
Laser sword battle.
It reads like fan fiction. Leaping over one another in an incredible display of acrobatics, the two warriors hear the ship fly over them. Few feet off the ground, Qui-Gon almost disappears for a moment before Darth Maul knows what's happening. Qui-Gon is on the spacecraft's ramp.
Oh shit!
The Sith Lord immediately jumps onto the ramp after Qui-Gon, but barely makes it. His heels hang over the edge of a 40-foot drop. Qui-Gon, with his laser sword, smacks him and knocks Darth Maul.
No. Read it as it is.
Because otherwise he would be
It
decapitated.
says Darth Amel.
Darth Anal?
Amel. Amel with an M.
Darth
You didn't know there was another Sith
Amel.
there the whole time.
Whoa.
Stop, I'm Amel.
There's always three, apparently.
There's always coming three.
Darth Maul, Darth Sidious, and Darth Amel.
Right, just like there was the other Jedi Gungans.
Keegan and Qui-Gon.
It knocks him off the ramp onto the desert floor. The ramp closes, and the Naboo craft rockets away, leaving the Sith Lord standing alone.
Dun, 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 dun.
The sleek spacecraft rockets away from the planet Tatooine. Anakin and Obi-Wan rush into the hallway to find Qui-Gon. Collapse on the floor. Opposite
Qui-Gon.
the entry, R2 is looking over him. The Jedi is breathing hard, wet, with sweat. Wait, it's breathing.
Yes.
Hard, wet, with
Yes.
sweat, and covered in dirt. You heard it here, folks.
Hell yeah.
Are you alright?
I think so. That was a surprise I won't soon forget.
What was it?
I don't know, but he was well trained in the Jedi arts. My guess he was after the Queen.
Queen. Captain Kirk.
Do you think he'll follow us?
We'll be safe enough once we're in hyperspace. But I have no doubt he'll knows our destination.
What are we gonna do about it? Obi-Wan gives Anakin, "Who are you, look?" Anakin returns an innocent stare.
We will be patient Anakin Skywalker. Meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Pleased to meet you. Wow, you're a Jedi too.
So Zach is just low energy and a dick all the time?
Low energy, unimpressed.
I've studied him
Low
for
energy,
14 months.
unimpressed.
Doesn't
You're
enjoy
killing-
contact with other humans.
You're killing
I've
it.
waited my whole life for this moment. Obi-Wan gives the boy a skeptical look. Rick Oley pulls back on the hyperdrive. Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Anakin watch. Qui-Gon. I guess
me.
it's his turn. Sorry.
Oh no. Oh, let's hope this hyperdrive works and Watto didn't get the last laugh.
The stars shriek outside the cockpit window. The ship streaks into hyperspace. Several Federation droids patrol deserted
yes.
city street. The palace
This
can be
is
seen
what
in the
I wanted.
distance. Newt sits in a strange
Yes.
mechanical walking chair, which approaches CEO, Bibble, and several other Naboo officials. Rune follows. A few paces behind, droid guards surround CEO, Bibble, and the others as 4 council members watch.
When are you gonna give up this pointless strike? Your queen is lost.
Oh my God.
Your people are starving, and you, governor, are going to die much sooner than your people. I'm afraid. It's true. I'm afraid. Take them away.
This invasion will gain you nothing. We're a democracy. The people have decided they will not live under your tyranny.
Fake news.
Bibble is taken away as
I'm the computer from
Oh yeah, your
Space
house,
Odyssey
your house,
now.
your house.
Bibble's taken away as OOM-9 approaches Newt.
My troops are in position to begin searching the swamps for these rumored underwater villages, Dave. They will not stay hidden for long.
The ship is asleep, the lights are dim. As Padme walks into the main room, she goes to a monitor and watches the Bibble plea recording. Jar Jar is stretched out on the floor, snoring. R2 is to one side, cooing as he rests. Padme... Cooing? I don't know. They wrote it, not me. Padme appears tired. She senses someone is watching her and turns around with a start. She sees Anakin sitting in the corner, shivering and looking very dejected. She goes over to him. He looks up at her with tears in his eyes. He's holding up his arms to keep himself warm.
Are you all right?
It's really cold.
I'm gonna give you my jacket. Because I'm kind of like that. You're from a warm planet, Annie. Too warm for my taste. Space is cold.
You seem sad.
The Queen is worried. People are suffering, dying. She must convince the Senate to intervene, or I'm not sure what will happen.
Are you pooping?
I can't do it as good as she can. She had it nailed. It's like a poop. I don't know.
I'm not really sure what's going to happen to me. I don't know if I'll ever see her again. I made this for you, so you remember me.
Drink. Just
I carved it out of Japor snippet.
Oh, a Japor snippet.
That's a word. That's a word. Yep.
I hate Anakin Skywalker so much.
That's such a Japor word.
It'll bring you good fortune or something.
Seems perfectly cromulent to me. But
Anakin hands a wooden pendant to Padme. She inspects it, then puts it around her neck.
It's beautiful, but I don't need this to remember you. Many things will change when we reach the capital. Annie, my caring for you will always be remain.
Flush.
I care for you too. Only Anakin is disturbed about something. Tears are in his eyes.
You miss your mother.
Anakin looks at her, unable to speak. She hugs him. Blah blah. The ship goes to Coruscant. Spacecraft.
Did you say
Coruscant, yeah.
Coruscant.
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 But it's
Coruscant. It's croissant.
Croissant. Look at it. Look at it.
The spacecraft flies over the endless cityscape of Coruscant.
Can't say that one.
Can't say it. The capital of the galaxy. Anakin looks out the cockpit window in awe.
Rick Oley back on stage.
What?
Is Abby Rickle?
I'm lost.
You're Rick Oley.
Oh.
Sweet, sweet.
After
He's
the
a pilot who's
Right, I got it.
Right.
Coruscant. Capital of the Republic. The entire planet is one big city.
Who talks like that?
I do. I'm Rick Oley. That.
Hi, Rick. Good to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
Wow. It's so huge.
That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm Rick Oley.
I don't like you.
Rigoli. Dick.
I don't like you.
The ship flies.
My friend doesn't like you.
The ship flies through the cityscape. Supreme Chancellor Valorium.
Yeah, here we go.
Valorum, several guards, and the Senator Palpatine finally stand on a landing platform. The sleek Naboo spacecraft lands on the platform high above the street.
Wait, who's Palpatine?
Level of the galactic capital.
I thought
The ramp lowers Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Jar Jar, and Anakin descend on the
one and
ramp
the same.
first and bow before Palpatine and Valorum, Captain
Till someone tells you.
Panaka, 2 guards, Queen Amidala, then Padme, Rabies, Arete, and more guards
Rabies.
descend the ramp. Queen Amidala stops before the group. Anakin and Jar Jar stand to one side, look at the huge city. Padme smiles at Anakin.
Okay,
Palpatine bows before the Queen.
It's a great gift to see you alive, Your Majesty. May I present Supreme Chancellor Valorum.
Welcome, Your Highness. It is an honor to finally meet you in
Person.
Person.
I must relay to you how distressed everyone is over the current situation. I've called for a special session of the Senate to hear your position. Palpatine, oh no.
Nope.
Amidala.
Amidala has one. It's you.
Oh, that's me. Wait,
You're
who's on
Macho
my...
Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yes, finally. I'm grateful for your concern, Chancellor.
Palpatine starts to lead the Queen, Amidala, and her retinue off the platform towards a waiting air taxi.
There is a question of procedure, but I feel confident we can overcome it.
Jar Jar and Anakin start to follow, then stop, noticing Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are staying with the Supreme Chancellor. Queen Amidala waves for the duo to follow her. Anakin looks back to Qui-Gon, and he nods to go ahead. Anakin and Jar Jar join the Queen, Palpatine, Padme, Rabi, Arete. In the taxi, Palpatine gives the Gungan and the boy in the back of the taxi a skeptical look. Jar Jar leans over to Anakin.
The Queens are being glossy nice, Misa Tinks. Huh? Pity hot. The Queens. Pity hot, huh, Annie?
A wank wank.
A wink wink, nudge nudge. I hate myself.
Valorum and the Jedi watch the taxi move off the city.
I must speak with the J Council immediately, Your Honor. The situation has become more complicated.
Queen Amidala sits
cancel.
listening to Palpatine, Erte, and Raby standing behind the Queen. Padme is nowhere to be seen. Anakin and Jar Jar are waiting. In an adjoining room, they see the Queen but cannot hear what is being said.
This and all, pity odd to my.
Don't look at me. I don't know what's going on.
A lot of help you are, kid.
We got a gun, see?
Captain Panaka enters, then goes into the room with Queen Amidala. Palpatine is pacing as Captain Panaka enters. Erte and Raby stand to one side.
The Republic is not what it once was. The Senate is full of greedy, squabbling delegates who are only looking out for themselves
This
and
is all
their
true.
home
Factual.
systems. There's no interest in the common good, no civility, only politics. It's disgusting.
Yes, quite.
I must be frank, Your Majesty. There is little chance the Senate will act on the invasion.
Chancellor Valorum seems to think there's hope.
If I may say so, Your Majesty, the Chancellor has little real power. He is mired down by baseless accusations of corruption. A manufactured scandal surrounds him. The bureaucrats are in charge now.
What options do we have?
Our best choice would be to push for the election of a stronger Supreme Chancellor. One who will take control of the bureaucrats, enforces the laws, gives us justice. You could call for a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum.
But he's been our strongest supporter in the ring. Is there any other way?
Our only other choice would be to submit a plea to the courts.
There's no time for that. The court takes even longer to decide these things in the Senate. Our people are dying. Slap him to a Slim Jim. Senator, more and more each day.
To be realistic, Your Highness, I'd say we're going to have to accept Federation control for the time being.
That is something I cannot do.
A unique building with its tall spire stands out against the skyline. A small transport passes by as Qui-Gon stands in a tall, stately room.
We're gonna get to the Mace Windu scene.
Yeah,
Yes!
yes!
Yes! I don't know how long we're doing this, but it's 8:59. But oh my God!
12 Jedi sit in a semicircle. Obi-Wan stands behind Qui-Gon in the center of the room. The senior Jedi is Mace Windu.
What?
To his left is an alien Jedi named
Ki-Adi.
Oh, that's Penis Head. And and to his right, the Jedi Master Yoda.
Wait, I'm both
My
of these
only
people.
conclusion is that it could be it was a Sith Lord.
A fucking Sith Lord?
I don't know about
I'm Yoda and Ki-Adi.
Who is
Ki-Adi?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, right here.
Impossible!
Yeah,
The
no,
Sith
I'm
have been
both
extinct for
Yoda
a
and
millennium.
Ki-Adi, so I'm saying.
You're Yoda, Abby.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I was both.
Hey guys,
so I was getting
let's take that scene again from the top.
One more time.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
From the top.
Qui-Gon.
Oh, we're going from the top? My only conclusion is that it was a Sith Lord.
A fucking Sith Lord?
Impossible! The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
The very Republic is threatened, and involved the Sith are.
I do not fucking believe they could have fucking returned without us fucking knowing.
Hard to see, the dark side is. Discover who this assassin is, we must.
I sense he will reveal himself.
This fucking attack was with purpose, that is clear. And I agree, the Queen is the motherfucking target.
Yeah, there it is. Now we're in it.
With this Naboo Queen, you must stay, Qui-Gon. Protect her.
We will use all our motherfucking resources here to unravel this motherfucking mystery and discover the identity of your attacker. May the motherfucking Force be with you. There's more mace to go.
One more line, Yoda.
Yeah, she did.
What's that, Yoda?
I said, may the motherfucking Force be with you.
Obi-Wan turns to
Fucking right, Yoda. That's why we're cool.
That's why we're boys.
That's why we're boys, Yoda. That's right.
Obi-Wan turns to leave, but
That's my boy.
Qui-Gon continues to face the console.
Master Qui-Gon, word to say have you?
With your permission, my master, I have encountered a virgin, in the Force.
A virgin, you say?
Located around a motherfucking person?
No, a motherfucking boy. His cells have the highest concentration of midichlorians.
Motherfuck. Motherfucking midichlorians? How motherfucking high?
Yoda, you motherfucking hearing this right now?
What the fuck, man?
Hold up. Please, Qui-Gon. Go on.
Well, his motherfucking cells have the highest concentration of fucking chlorians I've ever seen in a life form. It is possible he was conceived by the motherfucking midichlorians.
You're referring to the fucking prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the motherfucking force. You believe it's this motherfucking boy?
I do not fucking presume.
Motherfucker, but you do! Reveal your opinion is!
Oh, the Jedi are dope!
Suddenly so much cooler.
This is the whole movie! Oh my god!
Version of the Phantom Menace.
I fucking requested the boy be fucking tested!
Ooh.
The Jedi all
This
looked to one another.
motherfucker right here.
They nodded.
Fuck
They
you.
nodded and turned back to Obi-Wan and
Get
Qui-Gon.
fucked. Fuck up.
Fucking trained as a Jedi. You request for him?
Fucking find him with the will of the fucking force! I have no doubt of that. There's too much happening here.
Fucking bring us before him then.
Fucking tested he will be.
Oh god. We are now in the Queen's quarters.
Boo, who cares?
Go back.
Stay in the Jedi Council.
All the time it's ever been said. Go back to council.
The motherfucking council!
I mean, it's 9:03, y'all. Are we wrapping it up?
Yeah, we like.
Is that it?
I know, let's keep going.
Keep going.
Anakin tentative walks down one of the long hallways in the center of Palpatine's quarters. He stops before a door that is flanked
Not
by
gonna
two
get better
guards.
than that, y'all.
I'm lost.
May I help you, son?
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh my god.
Zach, no, that's impossible.
That's impossible!
Okay.
Oh.
Great.
What does that mean?
Wait, I thought Cameron's sketch
Sure,
thing
we
was
can.
up.
We can blame this on me. You might as well. All right.
Oh, I thought sketch started at 9:30.
No.
Oh, well.
Oh, this goes from 6 to 10:30 is what it was.
Apparently
Listen,
now it
guys.
does. There we go.
Who's in for this?
Our options are to keep reading this script or to do a Burger Time tournament for an hour and a half.
And
So-
Hector
That's a lot
already
of time.
beat his high score.
An hour and a half. Wait, you guys just asked me to play Burger Time a little bit.
For a tournament.
So stick around. Fucking fuck.
Motherfucker.
Motherfuck. Ma,
That's
do you
in
have
the
anything to do
script.
later tonight?
I actually do have to be
You
somewhere
do.
at
You
8.
have to be somewhere
It
at
was
8.
supposed to be 8:45.
Well, we can tag someone in from
Right
on.
now.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to be somewhere at 8:45?
Motherfuckers.
Oh, let's tag someone in from on.
Oh, great. This is why we need to have a finished schedule.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
We did it, guys. We did
Love
it.
it.
Okay.
Love it.
Live programming.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're all coming in from front page, don't worry. This is all part of the process.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're holding a pizza, but are you gonna do anything with that motherfucking pizza? I don't want to be able to smell it if I can't.
Oh
eat it.
yeah, it's someone tagging.
I'm looking for the handmaiden. I'm looking for the handmaiden.
It's me! It's Matt Avocado!
Thank you so much.
Hi.
I'll take your love.
Yay!
What's up, guys?
I'm reaching out my shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, give
Check
it
her
up
out.
for Maud
Yeah.
Garrett, everyone.
Killing it. Best she in the galaxy.
That is the only person we would have accepted to replace Maud.
Yeah.
So lucky you showed up. 'cause
That's lucky.
And
Otherwise,
Fred.
we would have had to be
Maud,
like.
thank you so much.
Show's over. Maud's gone.
I guess we're all stuck here on the couch, but thank you so much
Hey, everybody.
for doing the show.
Bye, Maud.
Fuck, I'm too tall.
Crash down. Your head's chopped off.
And the great thing is, we've got Hyper RPG's newest production manager, Matt
Yeah.
Acevedo.
That's me, guys. Yeah, I'm really
Show
excited to
some
do
love.
it. I'm excited to work my butt off, and I got some big shoes to fill, and I'm really happy for Ryan, man.
Dude, you are gonna be killing it as me. You're more qualified.
Thanks, man.
You kind of look more like Ryan.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my jorts to come in, and I'll be good to go. Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, I'm gonna need another fucking drink if we're doing this for another hour and a half.
There it is.
Yeah, we need a refill.
Somebody wants to come and grab
Take
this
5.
and give me more water. I wasn't drinking that, but
Okay.
That's right. That's right. Who am I
Jesus
reading
Christ.
as? Here we are. Here
all
we
of
go.
Maud's characters.
Yeah, you're Qui-Gon and.
we are in the
Oh,
Queen's
tight.
Court. Thank you so hey,
Where
thank
are
you
we?
so
I'm
much.
lost now.
Can you fill that with
Where
what
are
was
we?
in
I'm
there?
totally
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. The
We've gone
Queen.
through all the Jedi things.
Yeah,
so
we
now
did.
we're
Freaks
down
out.
here.
Somewhere.
In the
Guard,
next
may I
room.
help you?
Guard
Who's
says
the guard?
again, may I help you, son, because you've just been staring at me for 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
blankly as if you were having some sort of internal conversation within your live Twitch
I'm-
programming.
Wow,
I
wow.
don't understand what's going
I'm
on.
looking Look, I'm just looking for the
I want some
handmaiden
too.
Padme. Like,
I
you don't
want
have to
some
add
too.
all the attitude.
The cup disappeared.
Look here, dude. Give me 1 second. There's a boy here to see you, Padme, because he's being like super rude and shit.
Send him in.
The door opens and Anakin enters the Queen's
What?
quarters.
This is my one.
Rabe.
Is it you, Abby?
Sorry, what?
Rabe greets Anakin as
No.
Rabe greets Anakin as two other handmaidens come and go in the next room.
Were they assigned, or do we have?
I don't know.
I'd like
I don't
to-
think so.
I just
You're-
grabbed one.
grabbed
I just
it.
grabbed Rabe.
I'd like to speak.
Rabe. I don't know.
Broccoli Rabe is the
I'd like
name?
to speak with Padme. Guys, we're never gonna get through the script.
I'm sorry, Annie. Padme isn't here right now.
The Queen speaks out in the next room.
Wait, Amidala
Yeah,
is.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes.
We can put this,
Who
we can
is
put a goal
it?
on this. We can put a goal on this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If
Ooh,
if
thank
we
you
don't
very
hit
much.
the Switch giveaway in 15 minutes, we're switching over to Burger Time tournament.
Oh.
Oh God, please
that's
no!
cool.
I would rather do this in Burger Time.
Oh, ouch. Ooh.
Dang.
Hector's gonna win hands down no
Actually,
matter what.
Ryan is right. No, Ryan is right. I'd
Yeah,
rather do this in
I would
Burger
like
Time.
to finish this.
All right, the Queen moves into the doorway and studies Anakin. Anakin bows and looks down and takes a peek at her.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Savage, yeah. Savage Queen.
I've sent Padme on an errand.
I'm going to the Jedi Temple to start my training. I hope. The Queen just stares at him.
I'm just staring at
I may not see her again. I just wanted to say goodbye.
We will tell her for you. We're sure her heart goes out to you.
Anakin bows again. Thank you, Your Highness. I'm sorry to have disturbed you or whatever. The Queen disappears.
Good morning. I love you, Emma, but I need Hector to read like Bob Ross.
Oh, okay.
In a very soothing, calm voice.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that's
Why,
great.
why was that an insult to you?
I don't think it was an insult to me. I think it was just no.
It was like, I
Do you
want
have
to
a
give
thing
something
against Bob
to you,
Ross?
but
I
I
got
don't
something
really
to you,
want
but
to.
I need Hector to
What do
do
you
this.
have against
No,
Bob
no,
Ross?
I have nothing against
Why
Bob
do you?
Ross.
We have an hour to fill.
Why do you hate
Can
Bob
we
Ross?
sit here and
Let's
talk about why
that.
you hate Bob Ross?
I am
He's
no
just so happy.
opinion about Bob
you know?
Ross.
Okay.
A large, distinctive-looking dome building stands out amid the cityscape of Coruscant.
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 Have
Why
you
do
seen-
you sound like that?
Ryan, have you seen a Star War? It's in many of them.
There's at least 8 that
There's
I'm aware
at least
of.
8 Star War, and it's in a lot of them.
I can't. The Senate chambers are huge. Thousands of senators and their aides sit in the circular assembly area.
And E.T. the extraterrestrial.
Chancellor Valorum sits in an elevated area in the center.
Oh, shit.
Hundreds of aides and droids hurry about. Senator Palpatine, Queen Amidala, Eretai, Arabia, and Captain Panaka sit in the Naboo congressional box, which is actually a floating platform.
It is.
Palpatine leans over to the Queen.
If the Federation moves to defer the motion, Your Majesty, I beg of you to ask for a resolution to end this congressional session.
I wish I had your confidence in this senator.
You must force a new election of Supreme Chancellor.
Morning. Say, Matt, I'm sure you'll agree it's high time people in this galaxy respected Gungans. Authority talk. Gun is Eric Cartman.
Qui-Gon is now
Okay.
Eric Cartman.
Okay, great.
All right.
Great.
If y'all,
Thanks, man.
If y'all can find a way to phonetically spell Qui-Gon so that the lady says it correctly,
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon is
Qui-Gon.
Eric Cartman. Okay.
You got it.
I promise you, there are many who will support us. It's our best chance, Your Majesty, our only chance.
You truly believe Chancellor Valorum will not bring our motion to a vote?
He's distracted. He's afraid. He will be of no help.
The chair recognizes the senator from the sovereign system of Naboo. The Naboo congressional box floats into the center.
Supreme Chancellor, delegates of the Senate, a tragedy has occurred on our peaceful system of Naboo. We have become caught in a dispute you're all well aware of, which began right here with the taxation of trade routes
Riveting.
and has now engulfed our entire planet in the oppression of the Trade Federation.
A second box rushes into the center of the Senate.
Led by Lot Dodd, the senator for the Federation.
Wow, this is
No.
outrageous.
Another character.
No, get out of here.
What?
It's me.
Stop.
Stop stealing.
I have laughed.
Why would you
No,
write
it's
that
me.
on your post-it note? You don't own that.
It says Left Dad.
Brutal.
Left
All right,
Dad.
I'm waiting for the Star Wars character Left Dad. I'm sorry.
There's probably
Sorry, Abby.
That's the one that left Anakin.
Go ahead.
This
Oh,
is outrageous! I object to the senator's statements.
The chair does not recognize the senator from the Trade Federation at this time. Please return to your station. Lot Dodd reluctantly moves back to his place.
To state our allegations, I present Queen Amidala, the recently elected ruler of Naboo, to speak on our behalf.
Queen Amidala stands and addresses the assembly. There is some applause.
I remember everyone who didn't applaud because you suck. Honorable representatives of the Republic, distinguished delegates, and Your Honor, Supreme Chancellor Valorum, I come to you under the gravest and most extreme of all circumstances. Naboo, my home world, the system that has been invaded by force, invaded against all laws of the Republic, by the droid armies of the Trade.
I object! There is no proof. This is incredible. We recommend a commission be sent to Naboo to assist to ascertain the truth.
Overruled!
Your Honor, you cannot allow us to be condemned without reasonable observation. It is against all the rules of procedure.
A third box representing Malastair moves into the center of the room. AKS, MOE. What? Axmo?
Axmo.
Your name is Axmo?
Axmo!
Man, now I know why your character
Axmo.
names are so weird, Bert. Now I know where you get it from.
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
I think people Randall and Steve and Mike.
Albert.
The ambassador addresses the convention.
Axmo.
The Congress of Malastar concurs with the honorable delegate from the Trade Federation.
Oh, no, that's quite good. Sorry.
A commission must be
Guys, donate
appointed.
money so we can keep doing this.
That is the law.
Woo.
Valorum.
Point.
Still you, narrator Riley.
Valorum confirms with several of his aides.
Yes, Master Amanda Palpatine whispers something to the Queen.
Enter the bureaucrats, the true rulers of the Republic, and on the payroll of the Trade Federation, I might add,
That's fucking bullshit.
this is where Chancellor Valorum's strength will disappear.
The point is conceded. Section 523A takes precedence here. I'm sure you're all familiar. Queen Amidala of the Naboo, you will defer your motion to allow a commission to explore the validity of your accusations.
So
Queen Amidala.
I haven't been angry at this point, but now
She's
Now you're
angry,
angry.
but remains composed.
But composed.
It still says angry though.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
I will not defer. I have come before you to resolve the attack on the sovereignty now. I was not elected to watch my people die, suffer, while you discuss this invasion in a fucking committee. If this body is not capable of action, I suggest new leadership is needed. I move for a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum's leadership and Slim Jims for everyone.
What? No, especially not the Slim Jims. This causes a great stir in the assembly. Chancellor Valorum is stunned and stands speechless. His vice chair, Mas Ameda, takes over.
That was one of my characters.
Do it.
It was you, but we
now
switched
it's you.
characters.
Oh, it's me.
You. You're
I don't have
Matsumoto
a
and
voice?
Bail Organa.
Warning. Let's have Padme. Amidala is Rick Sanchez.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Sanchez.
Okay.
Padme
You gotta
is okay.
burp a lot. Puke in your mouth a little bit.
I'm halfway there. All right.
You're supposed to be
So,
Matsumoto
I'm
and Bail
Matsumoto.
Organa.
Order! We will have order! Make it all the way to the end and then they change my ending.
The things settle down a little. The Federation box settles next to Amidala. Prince Bail Organa moves his box into the arena.
Alderaan seconds the motion for a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum.
The motion is seconded by Bail of Organa, foreshadowing your planet will be destroyed.
Mas Ameda turns to the confused Valorum and whispers something to him.
There must be no delays. The motion is on the floor and must be voted upon in this session.
The Trade Federation moves the motion to be sent to the Procedures Committee for study.
The assembly begins to chant. Valorum talks to Mas Ameda.
Vote
now! Vote now! Vote now! Vote now! Vote or die! Palpatine stands next to Amidala.
You see, Your Majesty, the tide is with us. Valorum will be voted out, I assure you, and they will elect a new chancellor, a strong chancellor, one who will not let our tragedy continue.
Thu Supreme Chancellor.
Typo.
Request a recess.
Take a drink.
We will begin our vote.
Oh god. The Federation delegation is furious. Valorum turns to Palpatine. Palpatine, I thought you were my ally, my friend. You have betrayed me. How could you do this?
In the middle of the sentence. This is great. This is solid writing.
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon stands outside the palace on a balcony. Wow, what a cliffhanger.
I don't remember any part of that scene in the movie.
Some
we're
of the stuff
watching
was cut.
special edition.
Oh, tight.
The boy will not pass the council's test, Master, and you know it. He is far too old.
Anakin will become a Jedi. I promise you.
Don't defy the council, Master. Not again.
I will do what I must.
Master, you could be sitting on the council by now. If you would just follow the code, maybe. They will not go along with you this time.
You still have much to learn, my young apprentice.
Anakin stands before the 12 Jedi. Mace Windu holds a
shit.
small handheld viewing screen. In rapid succession, images flash across the screen. A ship, a cup, a speeder.
Just want to remind people they can change voices.
Yes!
Including,
If you
including
find
Ryan's
anyone's voice particularly annoying,
very
please
spot on
change
Zach.
it.
Yeah, man.
Solid
True.
Zach for Anakin.
$25 to change voice, $50 to make players change roles.
Oh yeah, baby.
And
Incredible
don't forget,
film.
we only have a little bit of time left to reach
Let's do
our
it.
next
We gotta
division
do it.
goal.
Let's hit that
We're
goal.
gonna just
Switch.
All right.
Get that switch.
Mace Windu turns the viewing screen off and nods towards Yoda.
Good, young one. How feel you?
Cold, sir.
Afraid, are you?
No, sir.
Afraid to give up your motherfucking life?
I don't think so. Anakin hesitates for a moment.
See through you we can, motherfucker.
Be mindful of your motherfucking feelings.
Warning. Can Matt do a Patrick Stewart for one of his characters?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's on. It's on. It's on.
Be mindful of your motherfucking feelings.
Your thoughts dwell on your motherfucking mother.
Your motherfucking motherfucker.
Could you tone down your language? I miss her.
Afraid to lose her, I think. Sad motherfucker.
What's that got to do with anything?
Everything. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Motherfucker.
I'm not afraid.
A Jedi must have the deepest commitment, the most serious mind. I sense much fear in you, you weak motherfucker.
I'm not afraid.
Then continue, we will.
Queen Amidala is standing, staring out the window with Jar Jar. The lights of the city shimmer before them. Erte and Sabi stand next to the door. Jar Jar turns to face the queen to see her sadness.
Misa wonder, why did gods invent pain? Huh?
To motivate us, I imagine.
You so thinking you so people gonna die?
I don't know.
Gungans gonna get pasted too, eh?
I hope not.
Gungans no dying without a fight. We so warriors. We so got a grand army. That why you no liking us, me tinks, huh?
Oh, good. Captain Panaka is back.
Palpatine and Captain Panaka rush into the room and bow before the queen.
Your Highness! Senator
This is Elmo.
This one's
I think
Palpatine
yeah.
has been nominated to succeed Valorum as Supreme Chancellor.
A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one, I promise, Your Majesty. If I am elected, I will bring democracy back to the Republic. I will put an end to corruption. The Trade Federation will lose its...
Warning. Read Yoda's Tommy Wiseau from The Room.
Ooh, Tommy Wiseau, Yoda.
I don't know.
Influence.
Have you seen The Room?
No, I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, man.
Oh no, that's a waste of one.
The
'cause I don't know what it sounds like.
bureaucrats and our people will be freed.
It's like very funny.
All right.
Oh my.
Who else
Hit her. You know,
can
it's
be
like
nominated?
Okay, I'm gonna
I
ask
know
you guys
that.
if you.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna switch it up.
I'm gonna
'cause I
say
forgot-
it again.
Because I forgot that I'm Bob Ross.
Okay.
That's right.
Bale Antilles of Alderaan, and Ainley
Antilles, really?
team of Malastair.
I feel confident our situation will create a strong sympathy vote for us. I will be Chancellor. I promise you.
A voice of Ryer's choice.
Ryrie. She read the first part right, but the second part was just.
It's on part with the script, which is bad.
Yep. The script, which is bad.
Yep.
Oh,
It was me. I will be Chancellor. I promise you.
I fear by the time you've control of the bureaucrats, Senator, there will be nothing left of our cities, of our people, of our way of life, of our Slim Jims.
I understand your concern, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, the Federation has possession of our planet. The law is in their favor.
With the Senate in transition, there's nothing more I can do. Here, Senator, this is your arena. My arena is on the arena, which is our planet. I feel I must return to mine.
Get it out.
I, Amidala, Queen of the Naboo, have decided to go back.
Go back? But, Your Majesty, be realistic. You would be in danger. They will force you to sign the treaty.
I will sign no treaty. Senator, my fate will be no different from that of my people. Captain, let's
Yes, Your
roll
Highness?
the hell out.
Please, Your Majesty, stay here. Right here, in these happy little trees, where it's safe.
Ready my motherfucking ship. I've been hanging out with Jedi and they talk like this.
Your Majesty, stay here, near these happy little trees, where it's safe.
I'll say it again. Ready my motherfucking ship.
Please, Your Majesty, stay here.
Oh,
with these happy little trees.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
Where it's safe.
No place is safe. I feel like you went back. Why do
Stuck in a loop.
I say it again. No place is safe if the Senate doesn't condemn this invasion. If it's clear to me now, the Republic no longer functions as a democracy. Have you heard that? Fucking Newt Gunray, motherfucker. He hates everything that is democracy. If we win this election, Senator, I know you will do everything in your power to stop the Federation. I pray you'll bring sanity and compassion back to the Senate. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Wow. I just want to say, someone pointed out in chat that they would be okay with having someone else who knows how to do the Tommy Wiseau voice.
Oh.
All right,
I
Matt,
can
so
do
one of
it.
your characters is
Okay,
going to be Tommy Wiseau now.
Yeah, I
since
don't
you're
want to
apparently
ruin
the
your
master
request,
of Tommy Wiseau,
'cause I
and
haven't
people have
seen
been
it.
gunning for this, and I just do a creepy voice. Yeah.
So any character?
Any character you want. All right, Amidala and her retinue exit the room. Palpatine has a self-satisfied smile on his face. Anakin, Obi-Wan. Oh.
Warning. Okay, let's swap Bert and Hector.
Holy crap, we're getting close to that switch.
We're so close.
Let's give away that switch.
Switch.
Guys, Breath of the Wild is amazing. Just saying. Nintendo Switch.
It's amazing.
All day and all night.
I can vouch for
Let's
it.
give
for sure.
away a switch.
Let's
Seriously,
give
trying to
away
buy
a
one
switch.
is nearly impossible.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Okay.
Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon stand. You know what my voice is going to be? Actual Anakin, because I haven't done Anakin yet.
Oh, nice.
Here, Bert, swap me this page, because I already wrote down all of my...
Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon stand before the 36 chambers of the Jedi clan.
Correct, you were. Qui-Gon, you knowledgeable motherfucker.
His cells.
Warning. Palpatine is Mickey Mouse. I love you guys.
That's good.
I like that.
His cells contain a high motherfucking concentration of motherfucking midichlorians.
I put little notes where I was going to put
The
motherfucker.
Force is motherfucking strong with him.
You really did.
He's to be trained then.
The council members look to one another.
No, he will not be fucking trained.
Anakin is crestfallen. Tears begin to form in his eyes.
No!
Obi-Wan smiles.
No, he's too fucking old. There's already too much motherfucking anger in this son of a bitch.
But he is the chosen one. You must see it.
Clouded this boy's future is. Masked by his youth.
I will trim him then.
It says trim.
Trim.
T-R-I-N.
I will trim him then. I take Anakin, my Padawan learner.
Obi-Wan reacts with surprise. Anakin watches with interest.
An apprentice you have, Qui-Gon. Impossible to take on a second. You stupid motherfucker.
What the fuck did you just say? We motherfucking forbid it, son.
Obi-Wan is ready. Right, Obi-Wan?
It's you.
Obi-Wan.
That's you.
Obi-Wan.
I wrote it on the other one.
What are you?
Who is Obi-Wan right now?
It's Zoidberg. What is it?
Well,
Jaws. Switch us back, please. Switch us
No,
back.
that was great.
see all of my
You nailed
days.
it. It was perfect.
God.
Oh, man, now I'm lost.
Don't do it.
Ready so early, are you? What know you of ready?
Anakin watches as Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan exchange angry looks.
Headstrong. And he has much to learn about the living force, but he is capable. There's little more he will learn from me.
Our own council of badass motherfuckers we will keep. Who is ready? More to learn he has.
Now is not the fucking time for this. The Senate is voting on a new motherfucking Supreme Chancellor. Queen fucking Amidala is returning home, which will put pressure on the fucking Federation and could widen this motherfucking confrontation, y'all.
And draw out the Queen's attacker.
Events are moving too fast. Too motherfucking fast.
Go with the fucking Queen and discover the fucking identity of this motherfucking Dark Warrior. That is the fucking clue that we need to unravel this goddamn motherfucking mystery of the goddamn fucking Sith.
Young Skywalker's fate will be decided later. Motherfuckers.
I'm gonna switch to Tommy Wiseau for the tipper. So I brought Anakin here. He must stay in my charge. He has nowhere else to go.
Only $20.
I'm gonna watch this movie now. Like after that, I'm like, all right, I have to watch it. What is this?
I'm like, I don't know what this is, but now I'm like, I'm in.
I need to see this movie.
Wait, Bert,
Okay,
have you not seen The Room either?
No.
Oh, dude.
Let's watch
Emma,
it.
you've seen The
Oh
Room?
my god, of course I've seen The Room.
We should do a watch along.
Ryan, have you seen The Room?
No.
And you were doing Tommy Wiseau for way too fucking long? Okay. We're gonna have you guys over. We'll watch The Room.
All right.
Oh, careful there.
Whoops.
Careful.
Oh no, my water.
Oh no, your water.
He
Really?
is your
All right, where we at?
Lord, motherfucking Qui-Gon.
Where?
We will not dispute this motherfucking shit in front of the goddamn kid any fucking longer.
Train him not. Take him with you. But train him not. You hear me, motherfucker?
Protect the fucking queen, but do not, I'll say it again, do not intercede if it comes to motherfucking war until we have the fucking Senate's approval. Do you hear me, motherfucker?
May the Force be with you. Motherfucker.
Say may the force be with you again, motherfucker. Say may the force be with you again.
In Maud's absence,
drink.
Ooh, drink. Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Anakin leave. Oh god. Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Anakin stand on the landing platform.
No, there's a lot of Obi-Wan.
Outside the ship.
This is a perfect time.
boy.
Swap the Obi-Wans.
R2 whistles a happy tune as he leans over the edge of the platform, watching the traffic. Suddenly, he leans too far and falls overboard. After a moment, he reappears using his onboard jets to propel
material.
himself back onto the landing platform. The wind whips at Anakin as he listens to the Jedi.
No, this is disrespectful, Master. It's the truth.
Hi, Qui-Gon.
Claus made it real.
From your point of view,
The boy is dangerous. They all sense it.
How much
Why
do you-
can't you?
Do you like
his fate is
garbage?
uncertain.
Garbage? I love garbage.
That's what I thought.
His fate is uncertain, not dangerous. The council will decide Anakin's future. That should be enough for you! Now get on board!
Lisa!
Obi-Wan reluctantly boards the Naboo spacecraft, followed by R2. Qui-Gon goes over Anakin. Oh, we're so close to that switch.
Yeah, guys, literally
do it.
one donation
$1?
to change a
Let's
voice.
do
No, one
it.
donation,
Oh,
25,
okay.
because we're only $20 away.
Yep.
So if you donate $25,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not
you
gonna
can
lie.
give somebody else a new voice, and a Nintendo Switch will be put on the wheel.
And a Switch, baby!
Woo!
Switch.
If you wanna switch Obi-Wan,
Master,
Uh-huh.
upset about that?
Yeah, you can also donate $50 to make people switch roles.
Master Qui-Gon, sir. I do not wish to be a problem.
Oh, you won't be, Annie.
Oh, God.
I'm not allowed to train you, so I want...
Warning. Switch time.
Active in the chat! We are gonna draw a winner! And we're gonna spin this wheel, and we're gonna try to give away the Switch. We'll see
Plus,
what
you've
happens.
also unlocked Emily's old cosplay photo.
Oh!
I'm gonna name the top 2 games for the Switch in order. Number 1, Legend of Zelda Breath of the
Wild.
Wild. Number 2,
Number two,
Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart.
8 Deluxe.
Number 3.
Those are the-
Arms.
Arms.
I
Number
said only
three.
the top 2.
Arms is so good.
number 3.
Number 3.
Arms.
We don't know any other games for the Switch because those are the only two that matter.
All right, we're gonna work on drawing a winner. We're gonna keep going, and then Zach will come out here to spin the wheel.
Probably.
All right.
Here we go, guys.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We're so close.
I was in the middle. I was,
You were reassuring me.
I'm not allowed to train you. So I want you to watch me and be mindful. Always remember, your focus determines your reality. Stay close to me and you will be safe.
Master, sir, I've been wondering, what are midi-chlorians?
We were all wondering that too, Anakin.
I'm glad Tommy Wiseau can tell you. Midi-chlorians are a microscopic life form that reside within all living cells and communicates with the Force.
They live inside of me?
In your cells! We are symbiotes with the midi-chlorians!
Okay, symbiotes, why are you yelling?
Life forms living together for mutual advantage. Without the midi-chlorians, life could not exist. And we would have no knowledge of the Force. They continually speak to you, telling you the will of the Force.
You're an insane person.
They do?
When you learn to quiet your mind, you will hear them speaking to you.
I don't understand.
With time and training, Annie. Let's go play some football suits.
2 taxis pull up, and Captain Panaka, Senator Palpatine, 20 or so troops, guards, and officers walk briskly toward the ship, followed by Queen Amidala, Padme, Arete, and finally Jar Jar, Amidala, and her handmaids stop before the Jedi.
Had a line?
That's who had a line?
Never mind.
Nope.
It's like they name all the characters, but then they don't give them lines.
Yeah.
One of the handmaids had a line.
I'm gonna switch to for the other. I'm gonna do Patrick Stewart now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
This is my best Patrick Stewart. Right? Your Highness, it is our pleasure to continue to serve and protect you.
That's Patrick Stewart?
That's
Yes.
Patrick Stewart?
It's really that. I told you,
right.
it's the best. It's like
That's right.
he's here.
That's right.
You want?
Take that line again, Matt.
We've heard worse.
Because I need to get into the I'm in the scene with you, so just
All right,
take
take
my
it
words
down.
out.
Thank you.
Just imagine his bold head.
Your Highness, it is our pleasure to continue to serve and protect you.
Much better.
I welcome your help.
Senator Palpatine fears the Federation to destroy me.
Oh God.
I promise you, I will not let that happen.
Amidala
That
enters the
hope.
ship,
Yeah.
followed by her handmaidens. Jar Jar hugs Qui-Gon and Anakin.
Lisa, we're gonna go home.
Okay.
That's the gangster.
I need some sort of.
They all move onto the ship. The ship takes off. Yeah, Newton Rune. Great. Stand before a
Great.
hologram. Darth Sidious.
The Queen is on her way to you. I regret she is of no further use to us. When she gets there, destroy her.
Ooh.
Yes, my lord.
Oh
Wait,
no,
is
that's
that-
not.
are you
That's
Newt?
not Newt's voice.
Yeah.
Nope, Newt is. Wait,
Oh,
you're
no,
not
you're
Newt.
I'm not Newt. Oh,
No,
no,
it
yeah, I'm
wasn't
Newt.
Newt. But he switched with everyone, so I don't know anymore.
Yes, my lord.
No.
No, then you're Newt. So you're
No,
Newt.
you're Newt.
No,
Bert.
you're
Newt
Newt.
is Donald Trump.
I think he's just
Is
saying
that
do
not what I
better.
just did?
Oh, is that what you
Oh,
were
that's
trying
Donald
to do?
Trump?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I thought you were doing Zoidberg. Take it again, Bert.
We have the best people around.
You got it. You got it.
Nice.
Yes,
There you go. There you go.
yes, my lord.
Viceroy,
best people.
is the planet secure?
Yes, my lord. We've taken over the last of this shameful last pockets of the worst hombres.
This is Zoidberg Trump. I love
This is
it.
This is Zoidberg.
I'm enjoying this so much.
We're in complete control
The claws, but Trump hands. They're Zoidberg claws.
of the whole planet now. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be great.
Oh boy, I will see to it the Senate things stay as they are.
Like, why are you so high?
I am sending Darth Maul to join you. He will deal with the Jedi.
Everything you say, my lord, will be done.
Darth Sidious fades off. Rune.
Rune.
Who was
that?
Am I Rune? Okay.
If I was Newt, you're Rune.
What was Rune again?
I
He's
thought
a
that
dude.
you
He's
were
a
Rune.
dude.
So, you were Rune originally, so I'm Rune.
You're yes. This is yes.
Yeah.
You're Rune.
Okay.
This is so dumb.
What was Rune's? Did Rune have a voice?
Nope.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
A Sith Lord here with us.
Anakin stands next to the pilot, Rick Oley, pointing to the various buttons and gauges. And that one?
Hi, I'm Rick Oley, the forward stabilizer.
You're a forward stabilizer?
Yes, I am.
And those control the pitch?
You can catch on pretty quick, young man.
Oh, shucks.
Pretty sharp for your age.
Sabe and Irtai stand behind Queen Amidala as she talks with Qui-Gon, and Captain Panaka, Obi-Wan, and Jar Jar watch.
The moment we land, the Federation will arrest us.
I think Captain Panaka is
Not Mickey
Elmo.
Mouse.
Elmo.
No, is he Elmo or is he
Yeah.
Bob Ross?
Elmo. You got
Wait,
it.
wait. Who
He's
is
on.
it?
I
I
thought he was
changed
Elmo.
it to Bob. Check the thing. I changed it
Bob
to Bob
Good old
Ross.
Bobby Rossi.
Bob Ross.
This is
okay.
very complicated.
The wires are getting crossed.
Yep.
If you look here, the moment we land on the Federation, I'm just gonna add some trees.
Some trees.
They will arrest you, and you look over here. We're gonna have a little pond. Also, they're gonna arrest you.
I agree. I'm not sure what you hope to accomplish by this.
I'm gonna take back what's ours.
We're gonna just have some clouds. Some clouds up here. Some sun rays coming down. And there's only 12 of us, Your Highness, and a deer, just a little deer over here. And also, just a side note, we have no army, and a bush.
I cannot fight a war for you, Your Highness. Only protect you.
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar looks around, puzzled.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Misa, your humble servant, Your Highness.
Yes, I need your help, Jar Jar.
The Naboo cruiser heads towards the lush green planet. There's only one Federation battle cruiser orbiting. Obi-Wan and Captain Panaka spotted on their view screen.
And now the fish are coming out of the pond, and the blockade seems to be gone. Oh shit!
You're
It's
over
also
one.
You're over one.
So wait, apparently my Trump was also Zoidberg.
Zoid
so,
Trump.
Trumpberg.
Trumpberg.
Nah, the war's over. Nah, no need for it now. Clop, 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 clop.
Rick Oley's you.
Oh yeah, I'm Rick Oley and a droid control ship. Nope. I have one battleship on my scope.
No, droid control ship.
You're getting veiny.
Comp.
I lost my
It's Panaka. And it looks like they've spotted us.
We don't have much time.
The Queen, Captain Panaka, troops, and the handmaidens get ready to disembark. As the ship lands, the elevator door slides open, and Anakin emerges into the hold area. You see Padme run up to her. He sees Padme and runs up to her. Hi, where have you been, Angel?
Annie! What are you doing
Padme.
here?
Padme is Rick Sanchez?
Rick Sanchez.
Rick Sanchez, yeah.
Oh,
God.
That's different.
I'm with Qui-Gon, but they're not gonna let me be a Jedi. I'm too old.
This is gonna be dangerous, Annie. This is gonna be dangerous.
Is it? I can help. Where are we going?
To war, I'm afraid, little Annie. The Queen has had to make the most difficult decision of her life. She doesn't believe in fighting, Annie. Nope, she doesn't believe in fighting. We're peaceful people, Annie.
I want to help, and I'm glad you're back.
Quick change Anakin to Morty, quick!
Yeah!
Anakin smiles. Padme smiles back. The Naboo spacecraft has landed in the Gungan swamps. Troops unload the ships in the background as Obi-Wan approaches Qui-Gon.
Blah, blah, blah. Jar Jar is on his way to the Gungan City Master. Blah, 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 lobster.
Qui-Gon's thoughts are elsewhere.
Good.
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon stand silently for a moment.
Do you think the Queen's idea will work?
The Gungans will not easily be swayed, and we cannot use our power to help her.
I'm sorry for my behavior, Master. It's not my place to disagree with you about the boy. I'm grateful you think I'm ready for
You're
the task.
actually Nixon now.
I know. I think Futurama and I think disembodied Nixon had turned back.
Qui-Gon looks at him for a long moment.
Nick
You have been a
Stromberg.
good apprentice. You're much wiser than I am. Obi-Wan, I foresee you will become a great Jedi Knight.
Jar Jar swims down into Bubble City. Jar Jar enters the main square of the Bubble City. He stands stunned in amazement and fear. He is nervous and shaking.
Ew. Where the fuck is everybody?
The plaza is empty. He notices that many of the buildings are shut up as if they've been in a battle of some kind. Jar Jar exits the swamp lake and walks over to Queen Amidala, Captain Panaka, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon, Padme, Erte, Raby, Anakin, and R2.
God, that's a lot.
4 pilots and a guard standing in the background near the starship.
They said nobody there. They're all gone. Some kind of fight. I think no Gungans. No Gungans.
Captain Panaka.
Captain Panaka. Bob Ross. Captain Ross.
Do you think? So we're in a force. I'm gonna have some things. Do you think maybe they went to the camps? Guys, I hate to interrupt, but it's time to spin the wheel.
All right, so there is.
Zeus
Yeah!
23.
You got a chance to win this Switch.
Zeus 23.
All right,
You got 3 chances on
Ooh.
this wheel.
Oh, those are good odds.
3. Whatever he wins, if it's not the switch, gets erased and the switch gets added. So every time, there's a higher chance of winning.
I like this game.
That's a fun game, yeah.
So, 3 chances.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Drum roll, please.
When Zach says I hate to interrupt, I don't believe him. I don't believe Zach when he says I hate to interrupt. I think he's fine with it.
Wrong side of the wheel. All right.
Got kind of close.
We got the Wonder Woman Funko Pop.
All right. Tight.
Wonder Woman Funko Pop. Now I'm erasing that.
Ooh.
Now I'm putting a switch.
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 So the next giveaway will have 4 chances.
Do you excited for that Zelda DLC, bro?
What's that?
That
Oh,
Zelda
hells
DLC?
yeah, that Zelda DLC. That stands for downloadable content.
That's right.
Let's do this.
That's what we call it in the biz.
Yeah.
You guys know this, but
DLC.
in the biz, DLC.
Guys, can we do $100 to reset all of the character voices so that we don't have
Oh
to keep
my
track of
God.
everything?
That would be so good.
But I have
all of our
one line
voices.
I really want to say before that happens.
Cameras, guys, switch cameras. What are you doing back there? In frame.
Hey.
Who?
Tight.
$100.
Turns out there wasn't anybody back
Morning.
there.
Can Matt now speak one of characters as third person to join Rick Sanchez?
Oh yeah.
Get
Oh yeah. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna
Got
be.
you.
Yeah,
One of the
I got
characters
you.
is a bird person.
You got this.
Yeah, I got this. I
Okay,
got
okay.
this.
Yeah, so can we put that up there? $100 and all the characters reset.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like we go back to who we were supposed to be playing
No,
originally?
no.
just
Like
regular
we have our
voices.
characters, but regular
There's no
voices,
voices.
and then
Okay.
it starts
And then
over
we
so that
start
people
over.
can just start
Yeah,
adding
yeah,
back
yeah.
in.
Perfect.
There's
perfect.
still a decent amount of movie. Like I don't think you guys know this. We said going back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of time left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
It's a long movie.
Go.
This
Long
movie sucks.
The group follows Jar Jar.
It suck. It's just not good.
There are worse movies.
Yeah, there are worse movies.
The group follows Jar Jar as he moves through the swamp. Jar Jar stops, and sniffs the air. The group stops behind him.
Dissonant.
Jar Jar makes a strange chattering noise suddenly out of nowhere. Captain Tarples and 6 other Gungan troops riding on Cadus emerge from the brush.
Abby, okay.
Oh man, here we
Am I?
go.
You're Captain Tar. I think
I
this
am?
is-
You're Jar Jar.
Okay.
No. But you're Captain Tar.
I'm Captain
you're so
Tarkles
Jar
now.
Jar.
Hey, dude. Now, hold on. Meh. Hey, dude. Captain Tarpos.
Thanks. No again.
We come to see the big boss.
Captain
You feel
Tarples
me?
rolls his eyes.
Ah.
Ouch time, thanks. Ouch time for all yous.
Erte and the rest of the group. Oh, sorry. Jar Jar, Queen Amidala, Anakin, R2, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Padme, Ravi,
man.
Erte, and the rest of her group are led through a clearing full of Gungan refugees and at the far end of the ruins of a grand temple with a massive carved heads, Boss Nass and several other council members walk out of the top of a 3/4 submerged head.
Jar Jar, you's paying this time. Who's dozen others?
Queen Amidala steps forward. Captain Panaka and the Jedi stand behind her.
I am Queen Amidala of the Naboo. I come before you in peace, brother.
Naboo biggin. You's bringing the mechanics. The bustin' usin You saw all bombad. You saw all dying Misa Tink.
It's terrible.
Yikes. Captain Panaka and half a dozen guards and pilots look around nervously, and the Gungan troops lower their long power poles. The Jedi stay relaxed. Anakin watches everything with great interest.
We wish to form an alliance.
Suddenly, Padme steps forward.
Your Honor,
R2 whistles a quiet.
Wow. Who's this?
I'm Queen Amidala, Annie. I'm Queen Amidala. This is my decoy, Annie. My protection. My loyal bodyguard.
Anakin's mind is blown. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon give each other a knowing look.
I'm sorry. I'm real sorry for the deception, Annie. But under the circumstances, it was necessary, Annie, to be able to protect myself, Annie. Although we do not always agree, Your Honor, our two great societies have always lived in peace until now, Annie. The Trade Federation destroyed all that we worked so hard to build. You are now in hiding. My people are in camps, Annie. If we don't act quickly, all's gonna be lost forever. Like the whole universe, Annie. I ask you to help us out. No. I beg you to help us out, Annie.
Padme drops to her knees and prostrates herself before Boss Nass. There's a gasp from Captain Panaka, his troops, and the handmaidens.
We are your humble servants, Boss Nass. Our fate is in your hands, Boss Nass.
Slowly, Captain Panaka and his troops bow down before the Gungan council, and then the handmaidens, Anakin, and finally the Jedi. The Gungans are puzzled by this. Boss Nass begins to laugh.
Wow. You'sa no tinkin, yousa greater than the Gungans. Misa like this. Maybe Misa we and being friends.
And lesson learned. Newt, Rune, and Darth Maul walk with the hologram of Darth Sidious. Newt. I'm Darth Maul. Newt.
Are you Darth Maul?
You're Newt.
Oh, I'm Newt.
I'm
Also,
Rune.
I'm also.
No, I think I'm Newt. And he didn't have a. No, he's Newt and
He's
I'm
Newt.
Rune.
He's from
Yes,
Newt.
Yeah.
I'm Abby.
I'm Matt. Yeah.
Warning. Rye narration in the style of Batman the TV series.
What does that even say?
Batman.
the
Adam
60
West?
series.
Or the narration
There's
style.
multiple TV series. Do you mean like
I'm sure.
1966?
Does it mean like the
yeah.
It sounds
I think
like,
that's
like meanwhile, like that.
Yeah, that's what I was
I can
thinking.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
because it goes. It's fast.
Okay, that's easy. That actually makes it better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We've set our patrols, my lord. We haven't located their starships.
Oh.
Swamps. But we're going to be the best swamps, the most fantastic swamps. It won't be long, my lord, I swear.
Do the claws and Trump hands.
Oh my God.
Zoid Trump.
Darth Sidious.
Oh, I'm so Darth Sidious for a second. Oh, this is an unexpected move for her. It's too aggressive. Lord Maul, be mindful.
Yes, my lord.
Be patient. Let them make the first move. Oh boy.
Meanwhile, a Gungan sentry sits on top of the ancient Temple Eve. Searching the landscape with a pair of electro binoculars, he sees something and yells down to Anakin at the foot of the statue.
Days are coming.
All right, they are here.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, Anakin yells and runs over to Padme and the Jedi, who are discussing a battle plan with 5 Gungan generals. Sabi and Airtie stand nearby. Boss Nass puts his arm around Jar Jar.
You saw doing grand. Jar Jar bringing the Naboo together.
No.
So, we saw making you saw Bombard General.
Yeah.
Make me a general?
No, don't. Don't do that.
No, well, actually, I want a little piece of the action. Make me the general. Sounds good.
The action.
Jar Jar's eyes roll back, his tongue flops out as he faints. 4 speedrunners pull up to the group. Captain Panaka and a dozen or so guards and pilots pile out and join the group.
What's the situation, Morty?
Captain Panaka.
Almost. So everyone is here in the camps. We're just gonna move a little bit here. A few hundred police over here. We're just gonna crank that in. And some guards have formed an underground movement. Not gonna be painted, but we'll just make a note of it. And I brought some of the leaders. I'm sorry, many of the Keeters, as I could. It's a K here, so we're gonna just put a little K where that L should be. And also, fun fact, we're just gonna over here at the Federation Army. Also, much larger. So we're gonna just keep painting off this whole scene. Much larger than we thought, and much stronger. I can't paint that in. You just gotta know they're much stronger. Your Highness, I don't want to be a downer. I like to be positive, but I think this is a battle we cannot win.
This battle's a diversion, Morty. It's a diversion, Morty. The Gungans, they must draw the droid army away from the cities, Morty. We can enter the city using secret passages on the waterfall side, Morty. Once we get to the main entrance, Captain Panaka's gonna create a diversion so we can enter that palace and capture the Viceroy, Morty. Without the Viceroy, Morty, they're gonna be lost and confused, Morty.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan look on with interest.
Oh, what do you think, Master Jedi?
The Viceroy will be well guarded.
The difficulty here in the throne room is once we're inside, but we shouldn't have a problem.
Sassy about
There is a possibility with this diversion, many Gungans will be killed.
We're ready to do Asa Pot.
Meanwhile, Jar Jar smiles, very
Awesome
worried, and she
pot?
just grins. Anakin watches with interest, as does R2.
We got a plan, Morty. Should mobilize the droid army, Morty. We're gonna send whatever pilots we have to knock out the droid control ship, Morty, which is orbiting the planet. And if we can get past their ray shields, Morty, we can sever communication, and their droids are gonna be helpless, Morty, helpless.
A well-conceived plan, Rick. However, there's great risk. The weapons on your fighters may not penetrate the shields on the control ship. Obi-Wan, your thoughts?
My thoughts are definitely Zoidbergian, and my thoughts are... How would you read this? Just do me a favor. How would you read that?
Then I can't do it at all. I'm criticizing
There's a bigger danger in the Viceroy's escape. You were toying with another droid army.
That's why we must not fail to get to the Viceroy, Morty. Everything depends on it, Morty, everything.
Meanwhile, Newt Rune Darth Maul, 9, and a hologram of Darth Sidious walk through the throne room.
She's more foolish than I thought.
sending out the best troops available. They're the best.
Best one yet.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Best one yet.
Absolutely
It's gonna be
tremendous.
absolutely tremendous troops out there. They're gonna build the biggest, most amazing concentration wall of force.
Jesus Christ. Word choice. I lost where I was at. Oh yeah, here we go.
Some assembly in the swamps. It appears they're the worst types of some bad hombres. We do not expect them to challenge, make the Trade Federation great again.
I'm increasing security at all Naboo detention camps.
I feel there is more to this, my master. 2 Jedi might be maybe using the Queen for their own purposes.
The Jedi cannot become involved. They can only protect the Queen. Even Qui-Gon Jinn will not break the covenant. This will work to our advantage.
So, we have your approval to move forward, my lord.
Warning. Reset, but also someone read Bill Nate so Hector can keep reading his
Hey!
Reset.
Okay, so what do we do here?
Proceed.
And
wipe them out. All of them.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Swamp
Clean
Lake,
slate.
Dave.
Clean slate.
Oh my God, there is so much.
There's so many
exposition.
possibilities.
All right, all you guys need to know, it's peaceful. And then there's Gungan warriors.
They come out.
Doesn't matter. Jar Jar's nervous. General Seal.
They're booming up the shield.
Who the heck is General Seal? It's your turn.
Energize the shields.
Why are there so many named characters that don't need to be changed?
I don't know.
And Fama comes out. Blah 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 blah.
There are so many shields that you can energize.
So it's a Gungan too. Actually, that's me then. I'm other Gungans.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Energize the shields. Talks
All right,
normal.
all right.
Terrible seal impression.
Oh, yeah, dude, I know. I was
Yeah,
thinking-
yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
A fed ray
Yeah.
shoots, blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Oh my God.
Stuff and stuff.
All right, here we go. Padme followed by
But
Erta
hold
Obi-Wan.
on. So like, it's the scene where it's like the build up, where everyone's like marching out.
Warning.
Oh God.
Oh.
Jar Jar Binks is Donald Duck.
Oh.
That's a hard one. You got this?
Oh,
It's not how that.
it's in the back of the.
That's one like that.
Yeah.
Captain Panaka, Raby, and 20 other assorted Naboo troops.
That's what you.
They signal back. Qui-Gon leans over to Anakin.
Qui-Gon.
Oh, once we get inside, Annie, you find a safe place to hide and stay there.
Sure.
And stay there.
Okay. Droid troops know about the tank-filled plaza. At the far end of the plaza, several droids begin to run and fire. Naboo soldiers begin to fire back at the battle droids. As the ruckus erupts, at one end of the plaza, Padme and her troops rush into the main hangar. Captain Panaka and his soldiers continue to engage the droids outside. Alarms are sounding. Padme, the Jedi, Anakin, Urte, Padme's troops rush into the hangar. Battle droids begin firing at them as they run for cover. Anakin runs under a Naboo.
Ryan, do you have water?
I do not.
Can we get Ryan some water, guys?
I'm just like I'm
Ryan needs
tasting
the water.
I'm tasting the jelly beans from this morning.
Oh God.
Oh
The
God.
Jedi deflect bolts. Great. The
Flying
Jedi
in.
deflect bolts aimed at Padme back onto the battle droids, causing them to explode. Wow, what a cool battle. Newt, Rune, and the 4 council members watch the plaza battle on a large view screen.
I'm no longer racist
Yeah.
or a racist, so I thought the battle was going to be taking place far from here. This is too close.
What is going on?
Darth Maul enters the throne room.
I told you there was nothing more. There was more to this. The Jedi are involved.
You're a lifesaver. Federation tanks are firing at
Wait,
the
take a
Gungans.
drink and then
Battle,
tackle
battle,
this
battle.
huge.
Holy
There's a
crap!
battle happening.
There's a lot of exposition.
There's some STAPs, which we now call stops.
I think the
Oh,
Jim
just
Stewart Allen.
Padme yells at everyone to get to their ships.
The Federation tanks begin to fire on the Gungans, but they are protected by their energy shield. The tanks stop firing, and the Gungans cheer, "Yay!" until they see the doors to the massive transports open, and racks of battle droids are pulled out and lined up by a squad of stops. The battle droids reconfigure into their standing position. The Gungans get ready for an attack. Oom-9 gives the command to move forward, and thousands of droids march toward the Gungans. The Gungans power up their weapons. The droids slowly march through their protective shield and start firing. The Gungans throw their power poles, and fling small balls of energy with slingshots. The warriors dump large balls of energy into mortars that heat up and fire. The energy goes onto the battle droids, causing them to short out. The battle rages, and the Gungans defend their shield generators against the army of droids. 9 watches from a tank on a hill overlooking the battle. Anakin hides behind one of the Naboo fighters, ducking as large bolts whiz past and explode near him. Padme and the 2 Jedi destroy battle droids right and left. The Queen's troops and Airtide also blast away at the droids. I hope she gets a line. Padme signals
Nope,
to her
she's not
pilots.
going to.
Get to your ships!
The pilots and the R2 units run for the Naboo fighters. Fighter craft stacked in the hangar bay. One of the pilots jumps into a fighter right above where Anakin is hiding.
Better find a new hiding place, kid. I'm taking this ship. I'm Han Solo.
The ship begins to levitate.
He shows up. Ooh, guys, Rai-Rai's voice is gone.
Battle
Do you need relief?
I feel like
Yeah.
we should
Yeah.
just be
Relief
like,
for you.
I feel like we should just be like, there's a battle
You can tap
happening.
out.
Wait, I mean, you could just
No. We just
Give
read
him
his
more
narration of
characters.
what happens.
No, just summarize.
The
Just
ship begins to levitate. We'll all be narrator.
Okay.
The ship begins. Happy birthday, Rai-Rai.
Happy birthday.
The ship begins to levitate out of the hangar. Battle droids fire at it as it falls in behind 5 other fighters. R2 whistles to Anakin from a second fighter not far away. Anakin runs and jumps into the second fighter to hide. Exterior, feed, Central Plaza, day. 2 Naboo starfighters exit the main hangar. A tank fires at them, hitting one of them, which causes it to pinwheel into the ground and explode. Interior, feed, Central hangar. Captain Panaka.
Warning. I don't care who, but I need someone to do Yogi Bear.
Captain Panaka, hey, Sabi, and Naboo
Nice, your
troops
guy.
rush into the hangar and overwhelm the few remaining battle droids. Boo-boo. Padme, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon join forces with Captain Panaka.
My guess is the Viceroy is in a throne room.
She looks to Qui-Gon.
I agree.
They start to head for the exit, On the way, passing the fighter where Anakin is hiding. R2 whistles a greeting as Anakin peeps out of the cockpit.
Hey, wait for me.
No, Annie, you stay there. Stay right where you are.
But I...
Stay in that cockpit.
They head for the exit. As they are about to go through the door, suddenly everyone scatters, revealing Darth Maul standing in the doorway. Captain Padme, Panaka, Padme and her troops back away. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan step forward. John Williams' music swells.
We can handle this.
The 2 Jedi take off their capes.
They had capes on? Yeah, they did.
And ignite their laser swords. Darth Maul takes off his cape and ignites his laser sword, Boo-boo? Both ends of the sword light up. At the far end of the hangar, 6 wheel droids roll in and transform into their battle position, R2 calls Anakin's attention to the droids. The Jedi begin to fight the Sith Lord. The droids begin to advance and start firing on Padme and her troops.
All right. Thanks, R. No, wait. We gotta do something, R2.
R2 whistles a reply. Suddenly, the ship systems go on, and the ship begins to levitate.
All right. Thanks, R2. Great idea. I'll take over. Let's
This part always makes me so angry.
I know, dude.
Why?
I know.
So dumb.
Let's talk about it. We got time.
My little kid is like, whoa, great idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a
Emma,
fighter pilot.
this movie's real fucking dumb. Real dumb.
Let's just skip to the good part of Star Wars and have James Earl Jones take over the voice of Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, tight.
Like, take over the voice
Wait.
of Anakin Skywalker.
Do the Darth Vader voice, James Earl Jones.
You got it in you or no?
Let's
you
find
can
out.
pass it up. You can take it.
James Earl Jones.
It's deep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
great.
good.
Wait, hang on.
Anakin steers the ship towards the droids. He pushes a button, and the ship begins to shake.
Where's the trigger? Oops. Maybe this one.
Anakin pushes a second button, and the lasers begin to fire, wiping out several destroyer droids. R2 whistles a cheer.
Yeah. All right. Droid blaster. Yeah.
The Jedi are engaged in a fierce sword fight with Darth Maul. While the real droids are momentarily distracted by Anakin, Captain Panaka, exit into a pattern hallway. The wheel droids start firing at Anakin. There are explosions all around him.
Oops. Shields up. always on the right. Shields always on the right.
Anakin flips several switches, and the afterburner ignites.
I know we're moving. I'll shut the energy drive down.
The fighter rockets out of the hangar. R2 and Anakin hold on for dear life.
Oops, wrong one.
R2 beeps.
I know. I didn't push anything.
R2 beeps.
I'm not doing anything.
The Sith Lord's moves are incredible. He's fighting Jedi at once, flipping into the air, outmaneuvering them at every turn. Interior, Naboo starfighter, cockpit, space. The planet and heads toward the space station. Rick Oley.
Oh, that's me. I'm Rick Oley. Bravo Flight A, take on the fighters. Flight B, make the run on the transmitter.
Bravo 2.
Roger, Bravo leader.
The fleet approaches the space station. Many Federation fighters exit the hangars and attack. Rick
Hey,
Oley.
this is Rick Oley again. Enemy fighters straight ahead.
Exterior, Naboo grasps Palin's day. Jar Jar's clumsiness works for him in the battle. He gets caught up in the wiring of a blasted droid, dragging the torso around with him. The droid's gun firing randomly, accidentally blasting several droids in one process. OOM-9 decides to send in the wheel droids and gives a signal. Hundreds of wheel droids roll out to the transports and head down toward the battle. They slowly roll through the deflector shields, boo-boo, then transform themselves once they get onto the other side. The Gungans blast the wheel droids with energy balls. The destroyer droids blast the many Gungans. Interior Naboo starfighter, cockpit, space. A giant dog fight ensues. An Anakin's fighter flies into space above Naboo. R2 beeps a worried concern.
The autopilot is searching for what other ship?
R2 beeps and whistles.
Perfect, nailed it.
No, that's good.
R2 freaks the fuck out.
There's no manual override, R2. You'll have to rewire it or something.
R2 chirps that he's trying.
Look.
Warning. Let's replace the sounds of R2-D2 with the sound of an old dryer that has some quarters stuck inside it cause they were left in the pocket.
Michael Winslow?
How are we supposed to do that?
You gotta get creative.
R2 chirps that he's trying.
I'll do the and someone else do the.
And I'll do the gentle.
Look.
Cool.
There they are. That's where the autopilot is taking us.
Anakin's fighter flies toward the Federation building. Interior feed, central hangar day. The Sith Lord drives the Jedi out of the hangar and onto the power generator next door. Interior feed, power generator. 3 swords across in an intense display of swordsmanship. The Jedi and the Sith Lord fight their way across a narrow bridge of the Theed power generator. Darth Maul jumps onto the bridge above him. The Jedi follow, one in front of the Sith Lord and one behind. They continue their sword fight. Interior Theed Palace hallway. Boo-boo. Padme, Captain Panaka, Irrite, Sabe, and their troops are trapped in a hallway by battle droids. Padme.
We don't have time for this, Captain.
Captain Panaka.
Let's I'm just gonna.
Bert, that was reset.
Just reset.
Oh,
reset.
Yeah. You're just Captain. I'll give
like
you
a normal person.
You're not Bob Ross anymore.
Padme, we don't have time for this, Captain.
Let's try outside stairway.
I'm gonna give it to you again. Don't forget the word the.
No, I just said it.
No, you
Padme.
Outside.
Okay, guys.
Wait, we almost finished the movie.
Oh
I mean,
doesn't give a
no!
fuck.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. I'm trying to give you guys some time, and by you guys I mean us some time. How many more pages?
There's
do
not
you
that
have?
many.
We have like 5 pages.
Like 5.
We can do this.
No, it's more like 10.
Nah, it's more like 10.
What's all this?
I feel like I don't have. Oh, you're right. There's the other ones.
It's like 10.
We got to set up for the next bit.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's skip to the end.
Yeah, let's read the last page. Last page.
Last page.
To
one
it's just-
side. Mace Windu turns to you. Mace Windu. Mace Windu. Now again, he's reset, but Bert, feel free to add F-bombs.
Motherfucker, there is no fucking doubt. This mysterious fucking warrior
is from the motherfucking Sith.
Always 2 motherfuckers there are. No more, no less.
But which
A
one of
master and an apprentice, motherfucker.
But which one of these motherfuckers was destroyed? The motherfucking master or the motherfucking apprentice?
Yeah.
They give each other a motherfucking concerned look. Exterior, feet, central closet. Children sing and throw flowers in the passing. Queen Amidala. Anakin, Obi-Wan, CEO Bibble, and the Jedi Council. R2 stands in front of the Queen's handmaid and whistles at the parade. Queen Amidala and Palpatine smile at one another. In the parade are Boss Nass and the guards, Jar Jar and General Seal. The Gungans ride Kadu. They stop before the Queen and walk up to the steps to stand by her side. Boss Nass holds up the globe of peace. Everyone cheers. The parade marches motherfucking on. Fade out. Woo! And then end titles. Fuck this movie.
And you were awarded.
Enjoy this Black Panther trailer reaction from Hector, Augie, and Adam. We've got 20 minutes to get set up for the new hyperstick, which, as you'll see on this interstitial screen here, is way more ambitious than a crew of 2 to 3 people can handle, but we're fucking going for it.
Oh, yeah!
No rehearsal time. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Woo!
Yeah! No stress at all.
Fuck it!
Aren't you excited to
We're
start
gonna do it
working
live!
here?
I'm so excited to start working
Big
here!
round of applause to Matt, Abby, Bert, Emma, and Rai. Happy birthday!
Happy
Happy birthday!